with. I'm so sorry.
You hit me in the leg.
I'm so sorry.
A broken leg.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sure that hurt.
This
really
is
bad.
kind of like this setup with the podcasting with the TV in the back.
Yeah, they'll be glazed over. We'll be running the
You
show.
guys just go with it. We're gonna watch fights.
Yeah.
Okay, well, get us started.
It started. I just started it 19 seconds ago.
You didn't tell us.
Yeah, no.
Golly, like countdown or
No,
something.
If me and Andrew were in bed, we'd be done.
Nothing.
I
You aren't
would.
even going to introduce me?
This is Michael.
Yeah.
We're back with
He's back
Michael.
again.
Michael and Jordan.
He's coming back every weekend.
They were back.
Yes.
The last podcast we did was with these guys.
I know, because we
Look at
had
Michael J. Fox.
we had
Wait, you haven't had one this week? In
no.
between
I
weeks?
told you it was
She
a
had
bad
a bad
week.
week.
Yeah.
We
listen,
usually do a minimum of 3 a week.
He had a
Really?
Yeah.
We both had bad
Who
weeks.
are your guests normally? Like, who do you get? Like,
Yeah.
who-
Who do
You, Michael.
No, we have other guests.
Have
We
you
have,
I'm kidding.
I've been on like 4 times.
we've had
Have you had Storm on here?
yeah. Did Storm come on?
Oh, I was thinking Storm.
Has Storm come on?
Yeah, Storm
You
came
had to
on.
do it like that.
Do you want to listen to
Oh,
it?
we did have Storm and
Yeah.
Chaz on. We had Storm and Chaz on.
Why couldn't it have been Storm, Michael, and Chaz?
It could
We
have been.
can.
I like how you guys don't have any
God, that gave
intro.
me a
Like, it's
headache.
Joe
We do
Rogan.
intro.
You know, there's no like.
Yeah, they
Joe
do their
Rogan
own intro
We
prior
do it
to-
separate. Then we
Yeah.
add it.
Separate, yeah.
Oh.
Do you even listen?
I don't. No, I don't. I'm like
You're
not
awful.
podcasting right now.
It's okay.
I haven't been podcasting lately either. It's weird.
Did you hear the one I was listening to when I pulled up? You hear that I was listening
I
to?
could hear it before you pulled up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
It
loud.
was Crime
I
Junkie.
guess it's not.
Who
that
was
I'm
it?
not
Oh,
podcasting.
Crime
It's
Junkie. You didn't want to get out of the car,
something
did
very
you?
specific.
It was
right?
at a really
It
fucking
sounded
Wait.
like it was at a
And I was
really
like,
good point.
ugh.
Because I was starting to
It was
listen to
so
it. I was like,
good.
don't
You
turn-
did?
Yeah, I was like, don't turn the car off.
But you really did listen. You started listening to
yours.
Crime Junkie.
No, just the yours when you pulled up.
Oh, I hate you. You're such a shit.
You said that last time.
It's
I'm
true.
glad he's consistent.
Oh my gosh,
It was
that's
good.
funny.
Can I talk about what
Yeah.
was happening in that? Because it was so riveting.
Why not?
So this
Riveting.
girl, her name is Alyssa something. I don't know. She went missing. And
Alyssa Milano, she
Aly-
did years ago. We haven't seen her
You're
for a
so
long
silly.
time. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, what's that? What
Alyssa something. I don't know. And like there was some tension between her stepfather and her. And
Is this on Pornhub?
No, it very well could be. He literally
Probably.
cannot help himself.
No,
He can't. I'm talking to you viewers out there. He cannot help himself.
No.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Walk on your mouth.
So yeah, so she goes missing, and like the stepfather is like supposedly in quotation spearheading this investigation. However, he was a cop before, so he told the police, "Oh, she has an aunt in California. She ran away, and she's probably going there." So if you say things like that, it's notoriously known that like they're not going to take the investigation seriously. So like she's just run away. So years go by, and like the other, like his actual daughter, so which is the stepdaughter of, or not stepdaughter, but like stepsister. She was like claiming that she's like trying to find her or whatever, and like stuff came out that like pointed towards the stepdad to be the one who like maybe did something weird because he just wasn't making sense. Like he like had everything documented. He had cameras in the house, but like he wouldn't give the information over to the police.
He's shady.
Yeah, and then they finally got a lot of enough evidence where they get a warrant to search, and they found 20 pipe bombs in his house and a 90-page manifesto.
Oh.
Girl, this man crazy, okay? So listen, I'm
He's crazy.
balls deep in this freaking
Yes.
podcast, right? So it's
Oh,
not
it's a crime investigation?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the step
I like
they
the
were
cold case files, but I don't know how you can just
well,
listen
this
without
is
a
kind of
visual.
cold case too.
Yeah,
a
it's
little
hard.
bit.
No visual. Though.
Trust me, listen to them. So they actually did a 2020 episode, and the step sister like claimed the father's innocence, all that. He went to jail for having those pipe bombs and everything. And then afterwards, like the end of the episode, they're like, "We actually are doing a 2-part series." And now the stepsister is saying that her father did everything.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. And the
Huh.
next
Had it come
episode,
out?
yes. And I started listening to it as I pulled up here. So she was like, I was naive and all this stuff, and like there were people who came out that said that she was molested from the father. She was avidly telling any and everyone that would listen to her, and
You had to get rid of her.
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's just like, and I had to stop right
Did
there.
you listen to the first
I'm
episode on
sorry.
the way here?
Yeah,
Oh, you chained it together.
yeah,
That's the best way to do it.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I gave that
So
like really weird.
interesting.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
No, I just don't
It's
listen to
good.
something.
I do like the
Yeah.
crime ones. That's how I got hooked on podcasts. Is I started listening to actually Serial.
So good.
And
Yeah.
it was that first one, and then I listened to some crime ones, and then I got sucked into like
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And then my life.
Joe
So
Rogan's his
you're
man
new
crush.
to Joe Rogan. I remember
No,
you
I've been
said-
listening to Joe Rogan for like 3
But you got
years.
re-sucked into it? Or
No,
what?
I've never stopped Joe.
But well, why did you say it the way that you said it? You said you were listening to Serial and then you got sucked
Because
in.
that's how
We
I got started is Serial. It's like I can't even remember who told me about it, but it looked like, and I was like, I'm just want to listen to something different than music, like at work or when I'm in my car. And I started listening to Serial, and I can't remember the one that it was. But
Are you
it was
saying cereal?
Serial with an S?
Yeah.
SCRIAL.
Oh yeah, it came out in like 2016. The
It
first
was so
episode or
freaking
whatever.
good. The first
Yeah.
one, the very first
Is it a
one.
crime
Yeah.
one?
Yeah. It was like a court kind of like investigation of something that happened.
Yeah, but it was very good.
Yeah.
And so I listened to that, then I listened to a few more, and then I was looking for them, and I came across somebody I wanted to listen to that was on Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. And that was it was it for me.
So Serial got you into Joe Rogan.
Serial got me into podcasting.
He's always
then
been
into
into
Joe
Joe Rogan.
No, I
Not
remember us
until I
just start talking about it in the gym one day.
Yeah.
Probably about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, did you hear that, Joe Rogan?
And then I was like
Joe
listening to it all the time. And you know what's sad is I haven't really listened to any of his podcasts in the last month.
There
You know
haven't
what?
been a ton-
I
it
I
doesn't
think I
s-
do that. Yeah,
I like to
I'll-
let him
those-
build up, though. I like
Yeah.
to, you know what I mean? Like build up, and so I can just
because like I'm very
nothing
like
worse than
particular.
waiting for them to come out. With
Yeah,
another one.
I agree.
My
I'm
favorite
particular
ones
about
with
which
him
one to
are.
listen to.
Do you guys listen to Graham Hancock? And
Yes.
I was literally going to
Yes.
say he's our
Yes.
favorite, and he's honestly what I'm pretty sure he's what got me into Joe Rogan. I think his first time was like episode 300 or something
oh,
like
it's
that.
been long. Yeah, long
And
time ago.
because like I was like obsessed with like I am obsessed with ancient Egypt.
Did you read his
So good.
book?
I didn't, and
I
wanna
have
say-
them. I'll give them. I'll let
Yeah,
you borrow
I
them.
will read them.
I'll tell you. This is a story for you. I was working for UPS, and I was going back and forth between here and Virginia. And one time I got pulled over. I was going really fucking fast, and I had to do weekends in jail for like 2 months.
Uh-uh.
How did I not know this?
I was going fast,
When
are
you say
so-
fast, what do you mean?
yeah.
like as fast as you can possibly go.
Like 140?
Yeah.
Jordan.
No, tell me exactly how fast
Fast.
you were going.
Yeah.
Why don't you say
It
it?
was booked at like 138. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And so they made me.
Jordan!
It was in Covington, Allegheny County. Anyways, that's not this part of the story. Was I got to read that book in jail.
Wow.
Jordan's been to jail.
Yeah, because it's like 500-600 pages. I mean, it's long. I would have never read it in my normal
You just
life.
have to spend weekends in jail.
Well, because
Yeah.
it was just a plea. Like I was like, listen, I'm working. I mean, they sentenced me to like 30 days for a speeding ticket, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm speeding. I didn't hit anybody. Nobody died. It was on a straight
You weren't under the
stretch.
influence?
Did you
or
literally
anything?
say this to them?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've hired a lawyer and everything for
Okay.
it.
Jeez.
But it was like so many people had died in that county from whatever.
Speeding.
I was literally in there with a bunch of
Wait,
crackheads.
did you say Virginia?
Allegheny County, Virginia.
Virginia is
Covington. It was
notorious.
terrible.
For horrible cops. That was the
Yeah.
one I've been pulled over multiple times. The worst time I was ever pulled over was in Virginia when I was going home from college to visit my parents.
Hey, he was going 138.
I know, but I'm just saying. I understand that.
They
I'm
gave me a
just,
challenger when I was at work, and I was like, "Y'all are stupid."
I'm just saying, Virginia cops are
Right,
cruel.
right.
They're
He
not
was
nice.
mean,
He was
yeah.
very mean to me. He was very disrespectful. He was very mean and very horrible.
He's like, "Sir, do you know what I clocked you at?" And I was like, "Yeah, about 80."
Please, God, 80.
Please let this work. 138, sir. Oh, I didn't know this went that fast. What are we
What were
driving?
you driving?
It was a Challenger.
Oh my gosh. So what did he do? What happened?
Well, at first it was like basically a ticket.
Yeah.
They don't just haul you off to jail right there. I'm going home. I'm going from Charlottesville, Virginia, to Charleston every week for work. And then I just got a letter like, okay, report to court. Okay, we get a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And they sentenced me to 30 days. And I'm like,
Jeez.
oh my God. Damn. For a speeding ticket? Did I kill somebody? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But I guess
Wow.
what that means, like 30 days, they cut it in half, so you just have to do 15. And I said, look, if I do 15 days straight, I'm going to lose my job. Like, y'all going to make me lose a $80,000 job. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I just will never come back to Virginia again. You have to come find me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they just settled with me. Like, I had to go on weekends for 7 weekends in a row. So I remember it. I drove out to Charlottesville, worked, came back to the jail in Covington, back to Charlottesville.
Oh my gosh.
Charlottesville.
I used to live in Charlottesville.
I didn't see Charleston.
That's
for
crazy.
Like 2 months. I never got to come
When
back.
was that? What
wash
years
my
was that?
clothes. God,
it was way
Way after.
2015 or 16,
Yeah,
something like that. And my boss was just like, golly, I can't believe
You told your
I'm
boss?
like living in a hotel. Yeah, I mean, they'll find out if you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, what
I
boss
have a
would be
DUI in
mad?
a work vehicle too one time. Not a UPS truck, but like I was driving. I was in Fairfield.
Jordan,
I
you're
know.
such a bad boy.
I was fucked up.
Jail. Did you
I
get
went to
molested
jail for that
in
one
jail?
too.
I was going to ask
No,
you
but I
if
learned
you-
how to make a pizza.
Oh.
Oh,
You
okay.
learned how to make a pizza. Did you make the
Make a
toilet
jailhouse
line?
pizza. Jailhouse pizza. You never heard of it?
No, I
No.
haven't.
It's a good topic for broadcast.
Yes.
Is it? Tell us how it goes.
Yeah.
Never heard of
You're
it.
so talkative tonight. Can we give him a round of applause?
All right, jailhouse pizza.
Because ask me a question. I got answers.
I
for
love
you.
We've gotten deep, man. Jordan's been to
Have you
jail
been to jail
twice.
before?
I've never.
Yeah, twice.
I don't plan on it.
Okay.
We can tell
Okay,
us
tell
about.
us.
Never
Yeah.
been in jail before. Okay, so you get commissary. Commissary is like parents and whoever cares about you, gives a shit about you, send you just a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
You buy some snacks with it. So everybody gets their snack money together. We go buy some shit. So
you made
crackers. Oh, yeah, you're living in a. All right, think about a dorm room with no walls and 10 bunk beds, and
Oh
you and all
my
your
goodness.
homies are kind of hanging out in the
Also,
same damn
you're
room.
all out in that.
Oh,
bed
it's an
together?
open area.
Were there any bullies?
Tables like this in the middle. Yeah, come on.
Lord.
I
Guys.
pucker up when I go to settle a traffic ticket in court.
You know,
And I
it's
see the guys in the
middle.
like orange suits up there chained
Yeah.
up with cops around them. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah.
I
You know what
just
sucks?
should have paid it.
You know what really sucks? It's middle of football season, okay? So I'm a big WV fan. I'm wearing the hoodie tonight and everything. We're playing Texas. I'm like having a fight with these idiots about, are we watching NASCAR? Are we watching WV football? And I'm sitting here in Virginia, Hokie land.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
the worst part. So
Sorry
I'm giving
about that.
peanut butter sandwiches away to watch the freaking Mountaineers.
You negotiated, huh?
Yeah, I
You
got
learned how to
mad
negotiate.
negotiating skills.
Back to the
That's-
pizzas. There's
yeah,
crackers.
pizza.
There's cracker.
All right,
You said a
so-
cracker.
He was the cracker.
Oh, it's the cracker. There's a lot of other crackers in there too. So commissary, all right. There's certain things you can get. You can get crackers. You can get ramen noodles. Little sausage like jerky links. Pickle like a pickle in a freaking
Bag.
tube of plastic.
Gross.
Those things.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit. Peanut butter, whatever. So the best way to make a jailhouse pizza is to get your trash bag. And you get the box of saltines. The whole box. Somebody's getting a box of saltines. Like, Jeff, we're in here together, bro. Okay, you get the saltines this week. I'm going to get the sausage. We'll have a pepperoni pizza, all right? You get that. I get this. And then throughout the week, we're going to save our, they give you like some honey spread to put on your biscuits in the morning. And then you get maybe like some ketchup or some hot sauce or something. So you're saving this shit to make your sauce out of.
Oh my god.
I know. That sounds absolutely I can't.
So first you gotta make the crust, right? And then you get pizza, you gotta make a good crust. So you get your saltines out and you put them in the bathtub and everybody runs around and stomps on them. No, I'm just kidding. You don't
Oh.
do that. I know y'all are gonna look at me. That's fucked up. No, you use your hands. You just crush them all up, okay? You put them in the bag, trash bag, put some water in there and just start mixing it and squishing it. And eventually you get a dough thing and yeah, I guess that is a dirty ass table you put it out on and you make it into a.
But you don't care.
Pizza.
Do you all not clean the table first?
Who fucking cleans the table?
They're in
I mean,
jail.
jail.
Yeah, but
Allegheny
still,
County
I'm like, listen, I'm about to
frickin-
eat this motherfucker. I want this clean. Like, y'all can't just pour some water on there with your hands, at least, like, bare minimum.
I don't remember any cleaning.
Okay, so you have the dough, the cracker dough.
Yeah, I just told you about the sauce. So you
Yeah.
might have some
Honey,
honey or
So,
some
but
hot
the
ketchup,
sauce
hot
is
sauce.
just whatever it is.
Honey, ketchup, hot sauce.
It ain't
Oh
You just
my-
need something like
something wet
moist,
that you can
wet
just
on
mix
that.
into
yeah,
something.
I'm
All
getting
right.
it
And
now.
then you
Plus,
spread
you're
it.
desperate for something decent
Okay.
in your life.
Exactly.
How do you heat it up?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. It's
Yeah.
cold.
There ain't no heat.
But it's not pizza then. There's no melty cheese. There's not
But like
pizza.
you have this dough.
Oh, you know what the cheese is?
What?
Like Cheez-Its or Cheetos.
Yeah.
You can crush those up, and that makes the cheese.
That's
Oh
nasty.
my god, I can't believe
It's not
you did
nasty.
that.
It's great. It's
But like
fantastic.
you weren't desperate enough to do this, Jordan, because you had the week. So what made
no, desperate. No, hell no. But
You just wanted to
learning
do
it.
it?
Yeah, it
You
was
might as well
fun.
have some fun while you're in
They
there.
liked me. I was cool.
I like how you
Yeah.
said that. Like, so they liked me.
They liked me.
Like a big
we
bright
were all,
smile. I was likable.
We're all cool.
He got there and
I
they're
was
like,
cool.
what's it like on the outside?
You know me too. At that time, all right, this is like I was saying, 2015, 16. I'm big into health and fitness. I'm doing my squats in there where we use the shower. There's 2 showers, and you got the
2015,
bar.
16. I knew you then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, makes
I was.
sense. You
This is
didn't
not
tell
long
me
You were
ago.
that.
was that when you were working at
And then,
UPS?
yeah,
Oh, that's when you're running all the time.
I was all
And
over.
We knew you. Yeah, we knew you then.
Yeah.
We.
You got the shower bar, holds a shower curtain. One of them's used for showers. The other one's not used for showers. It's used for whatever and working out because that's where you do pull-ups.
Oh, wow.
So I was like big and they thought I was cool. I was cool with them. There's only like 1 or 2 black guys though. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
Bunch of other.
Is it kind of weird? That there was
Yeah,
no
why
black
is it
guys?
weird? Yeah,
Because
why's that weird?
I just
Here, I'll kill this for you. What about did you have sex with any dudes?
no sex.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's like that. I
Didn't
know you're
have to.
straight, but there's that
Yeah, like that.
situational
He was
No,
out.
it was
sexuality.
weird
He
because
was
it's
out
like
during the week.
like if just look at statistics. Like you go into jail, you're like, oh, like 14 out of 15 of us are white. This is weird.
Yeah.
The one black guy was like from Atlanta, and he was passing through same kind of shit. Maybe not a speeding ticket, but something.
Yeah.
And he liked NASCAR, so it was weird.
That's weird.
That's probably what it was.
He was like battling every weekend just to
Probably
watch
like,
the
you're
WV.
doing something,
man.
man.
That's so weird.
You like
And you know what else
NASCAR?
they
You
used
did
to do?
something.
That was another thing they used to do. They used to bet on the NASCAR thing. So you take Jimmy Johnson and you take Dale Earnhardt or whoever the hell, and you bet your chips for the week. Not your chips, the chips that come with your sandwich for lunch. So you get this big old basket of chips, and whoever wins the NASCAR race gets all
The chips.
Oh, the chips.
There ain't no dollars. It's just chips.
I get all the motherfucking chips.
It was
Fuck
funny.
you. Give me those
I learned how to
chips,
make wine
bitch.
in there too.
Yeah.
Actually, that's how they heated stuff up. They would fill the sinks up with hot water and put the grape juice. Somehow, I can't even remember what they mixed with it. Oh, sugar packets. They put sugar packets in the grape juice and then dunk it in the hot water. Yeah, and it would ferment. And they would make wine out of it and get
I'm
drunk.
good on that.
Were they allowed to do that?
Hell no.
I mean,
I definitely don't want to get caught doing that shit.
so is this like a county jail type thing?
Allegheny County.
They probably didn't watch him that close. Though.
Yeah, it was
No.
like
There's
non-violent, like.
I've
So
been-
that's the
I've-
thing is
not
it's
gonna lie,
like
I've been to jail a few
the
times, but that was a
statistics-
different kind of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, statistics, it's like speaking towards like a more of a prison setting. Everything.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking frat house, is what it was.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in jail?
To be honest
No,
with you.
that's terrifying.
I haven't
I
either.
mean, it was bunks. Like, you're on 2 sides. and like
You know
10
what?
10
At
on
this
each
point,
side.
though, in my life, I think that maybe I have to go to jail in order to find a husband.
You don't want to find one there, Michael. Come on.
Well, I'm never going to find one if Storm doesn't marry me.
You live.
Storm or Chad.
You live in West Virginia. You need to go to.
I know, but
Nice area
I
with
gotta like
more
uproot
diversity.
myself to.
Can't we just go to Broadway? I could be your wingman.
No, I mean because I don't. You know what?
I love it there.
I like Broadway. I do.
We
I
can
do.
go. Can we go?
Yeah, I don't care to go there.
I want to go.
But I
Atmosphere.
mean,
I like Broadway
atmosphere has
better.
been gone for a while.
Yeah,
Now.
it's.
I haven't been there for like 2 years. So.
Well, it's
so
probably been longer than 2 years.
Broadway,
Bra-
which is what I call it, Broadway. Broadway.
love
I thought
Broadway.
both of them closed down.
No, Broadway.
I was
is
molested in
consistent.
Broadway.
He was. Oh my gosh! Can I tell the
Her
story?
Yes, tell the story.
Can I tell the story?
Tell
Okay.
the story.
Story time. All right. So, me and Jeff, and then a couple of friends of ours went out to red carpet. Just randomly went to red carpet. Well, coincidentally, there was a drag show that night. I had never been to a drag show. It was the best time I've ever had in my entire life. So my friend and I, we went and watched the drag show, and Jeff and the guy was out on the patio. They didn't want anything to do with it. Well,
I love those ladies.
Listen.
Or men. Those.
Can I tell the
drag
story?
Queens.
I'm telling a story.
I know. I just
So
was
there
making
was
it
a
clear.
guy
I liked
that
them. We had a
kept-
blast that night.
There was a guy that kept walking by, and he smelled so good.
Good.
And I had some drinks, and I was like, okay, I've got to ask you. what kind of cologne do you wear? And he was like, girl, it's a process. Let me tell you the process. First, you got to get in the shower and open up your pores. Once your pores are open, then you got to do this and this and this whole the big thing.
There's levels.
Yeah, it was like it was a process. I was like, can I take you out and let my husband smell you? And he was like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And so I dragged him out. I was like, Jeff, smell this guy. He smells amazing. Okay, and so he and I friended each other, right? Well, as the night went on, the drag queens, I friended them too, and they were like, come to Broadway with us. And you can't tell a drag queen no, right? Who would do that?
Exactly.
So I was like, we're going to Broadway, and this guy was going with us, and he was like, I'm coming with you, and I was like, okay, let's go. So he went. Well, he apparently really liked Jeff. And he had just
It's okay.
Very
he had just
handsy.
went through a breakup. Okay, so we're at Broadway.
Boyfriend was there.
No, I know. Let me tell the story. So
Man.
this guy that I
ready to
friended that smells so amazing, and you got to admit he smelled good.
He smelled
He
good.
really smelled good.
Not like that for me, but I was like, it'd probably do you well to smell this good.
Yeah. So he's all over Jeff, like handsy stuff, and
I'm
I'm
like-
egging him on. I'm like, yeah, do that.
And I'm not like it's okay. You know, I mean, like it's just he got too far.
Okay, but wait. So wait. So this is all going on, and this guy that smells good is like all over Jeff. Well, this other guy's sitting here, and he goes, he didn't know that Jeff and I were together, and he goes, "That's my boyfriend over there. He's gonna go home with that guy tonight. I know it." And I'm like, "Dude, let me tell you something. That's my husband. Promise, he's not going home." Well,
He tried.
I had to go. I know. Hold on. I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom." He's like, "I'm gonna come with you," and I was like, "Okay." So he comes in the girls' bathroom with me. The door's broke, so he's like, "Let me hold the door for you." I was like, "Okay, thank you." And I'm like peeing, and we're talking. I'm talking him down. He goes, "I'm just so upset. We just broke up and all this stuff." I'm like, "But he's not going home with him. Like he's my husband. Like I promise you, nobody's going home with him." You
There's
know.
no reciprocation on my
So
part.
I come back out, and
You, sir?
I'm not. I was drinking. No, I'm kidding. There was no.
I come back out, and he's like all over Jeff. Well, he like, what did he do? He like,
He
Did
was
he-
like filling me up, and he'd come around and he put his hand down like, and I go, what the
He
fuck,
put his
man?
hand down in your panties.
It slid down into my waistline, and that's when I like elbowed him in the chest and pulled his arm. And I
here's
was
what
like,
I did.
dude, you can't. I mean, I'm cool.
I
But you
know,
can't go
but
touching me.
he looked, and then he looked over at me, the guy that smells good, and I'm like, because all night I'm agging him on,
Yeah,
like, don't
yeah.
do that. I'm like that's too far. Like, don't do that.
yeah.
You
But
know.
then he kept on. He'd get in my ear and he goes, "Come on, don't you want me to go home with you? Don't you want me while you're hitting it from behind? Don't you want me sucking on your balls?"
Yes,
Oh, my
it got
goodness.
weird.
And I was like,
It
"Bro,
got-
no." But if you got a girlfriend, though,
it got weird. It got real
Yeah,
weird.
he was like,
And so I was like,
so then I got kind of.
Hitting it from behind, sucking on his balls. How's that?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't think about it.
I already have a visual, honestly.
I was
when he
trying
gets
to
up there.
picture that. I'm like, damn, you're flexible as shit.
I don't know. I think it'd
The
be
gay
awkward.
community, I mean, we
You can work
gotta
things
think
out.
about it. You were talking about your libido last week.
I
and
was?
You got to think about men. And then you think about two men
Oh, it's
and
crazy.
men together.
It's not good. It's going to get
It
crazy.
is absolutely chaotic. It's
Well, you told
just
us about Tinder,
madness. Not told you about
no,
Grindr.
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 Yeah.
I'm not thinking
So
about that.
imagine that on Grindr.
I'm not thinking
I'm
about that.
telling you, it was the
Yeah.
best night. It was so much fun. We, in fact, did not bring anybody home with us, but
That we know of.
no, we really
Not
didn't.
yet.
We just
No, we
made
really
it home.
didn't.
I
We
just
really
escaped,
didn't.
man. I
He was at that point. Jeff was. I was like, I could tell he was getting mad. I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
I can't do that. I can't deal with that. I don't think.
Well,
Well, I can have fun,
All
and the
the
guy
times-
seemed harmless, so it was okay for a while. But then he got too much in him
Well, when you kind of like.
to drink.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
flirt back. Or I didn't like. I always was
No, he
saying,
didn't.
"All right, man, it's cool. You don't have to touch me." Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like after he got too, because he kept getting really handsy. Like it's one thing to come up to me,
I
and
think
lean on me, or touch me.
I was
Like, I'm
egging him
cool, 'cause
on
I
a
do
little
that.
bit.
I do that to everybody,
Yeah.
especially when I've had some drinks and I'm out. I touch everybody, and I put my arm around everybody. But then when he starts to put his hand up my shirt,
Yeah.
and
That's when it's not good.
yeah, and I'm like, come on, man, this is not working for me. I mean, it's cool if you want to go fill somebody else up, but I'm not down.
some of the funnest nights I've had in
But
Charleston.
it did
has been
I
at
did
Broadway.
feel good about myself. I still was
Then in
like,
the
hey,
end,
somebody wanted me.
Somebody really wanted you, man.
What I love about Broadway is the bartenders are shirtless, and I'm okay with that.
I forgot about that.
At Broad-
That night they were.
Really?
Yes, they were.
It was a night. It was something going on that night, but they were
Yeah.
the ones behind. They
were shirtless,
all
were they
shirtless.
not?
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
And there were no girls.
I knew they weren't interested in me, but I didn't care. I was like, hey, I still can appreciate a shirtless man,
Yeah.
whether you know what
I
I mean.
remember going out in L.A. down in West Hollywood, and it was insane.
Oh, I bet.
Yes, it was. But we didn't stay out long because, like, I was with a friend, and she had another gay friend, and like, he wasn't like, you know, over the top or anything like that at all. So we just kind of like, they wanted to just show me what it's like, and it was like nuts. And then we went to like some straight bars. But yeah, it was.
I'm
insane.
sorry.
It was fun. I had fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a lot of fun. I really
Cool.
did. But
It's
you
like
know what?
they took you to Disneyland to the gates and they let you in. Is what it
Oh
sounds
no,
like.
but we did.
You know
We
what I'm saying?
like stayed and we're like, okay, I'm like, okay, we can go. Yeah. But while I was there, it was nuts. What I am very interested in hearing about, however, is Miss Angie's awful week she had this week.
Oh yeah, well.
Tell us
We're
a little
not
bit
gonna
about
get into
It
that.
Can we
was.
not?
No. I mean,
A little bit of it?
It just, you know,
Because this is a bonding experience,
It
right?
is.
Like, I'll tell you about my bad week.
it really was just one of those weeks where it's like you get into a funk
Mm-hmm.
and you just stay there,
Been there.
like not even yourself at all. Like you're somebody like entirely different.
Yeah.
That's what I told her all week.
It's
which
like-
made her mad.
Which it did make me mad because I'm like, I'm being how I want to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like, but I didn't know who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? I know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was
when did
really
it start?
weird.
When did it start?
Right after she saw me naked.
It's always that.
Just kidding. So.
I think it was like last Friday, like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It was like I started feeling in this funk, like this, like, what am I doing? Who am I? What do I want to do?
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
be by myself. I want to go away by myself. I need a trip by myself. Like everybody get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to be by myself.
Yeah. And do you think that you're out of the funk yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really do.
What triggered you to get out of it? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, remember they had like Valentine's Day week last week. Like,
Oh, I
it
did
was all-
that
it was
week.
Like, it was like all
Not this past
rose
week, but the
petals
week
and
before that.
sex and stuff. And
The
then,
week before that
Oh.
was like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Coming
think
down.
I think I just woke up.
Yeah, and you were just
It's
like,
almost
that
like you're in
was
like a
Yeah.
secrets don't make friends. Oh. I think I just woke up.
Yeah, and you were just like, okay,
Just
I'm
I'm like, okay, I'm
See,
good.
that's how I am too. Like, I'll sometimes have those moods where I just wake up and I'm just like, things just feel like perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Oh,
but it's like really frustrating because those days that you don't, and I'm wondering if like that's a part of like my mental condition too that I'm trying to like
Yeah.
like fix.
Yeah.
Because like I'll have those days just like what you're saying that are just like so low,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't know how to function as a fucking human being right
Yeah.
now. Like I don't know how to like perform at work. I don't know
Yeah.
how to like have a conversation with my customers. Like nothing works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to, like, see if there are, like, some kind of similarities. Because
Yeah.
I'll have those days where I'll wake up and, like, the sun will be shining.
Yeah.
And my mood is just, like, impeccable.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to just, like, take on the whole fucking world.
Yeah, that's
you
how
know?
today was because it was so
Yeah.
sunny.
Yeah.
And like finally yesterday I kind of like broke free from all that restraint that I was under. And I woke up this morning and the sun was out and I was like, okay, I can do this, you know?
You were yourself today.
I was myself today.
And I think she has a lot of strain on her because she's everybody's sunshine.
Oh.
Fair. Well, you
no,
are.
you
You're
are
like the
like
trainer. and all
everybody
that,
around
you
here,
know?
and that's what's tough for us is like when she shows up or when she goes into funk, everybody's like, "Oh crap!" Like, what's up?
I don't think I was being mean.
Not about being mean. It's mood. It's
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
It's your energy.
Energy,
And
that's
your
what it is.
energy, unfortunately, as a mother and like a leader of this family, like if we're just talking about the family, it's like it's a lot of pressure to always
Oh,
know
yeah.
that my energy and my responsiveness and my attitude and my emotions and everything, if they're not in check, then it can mess with other people.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
well, yeah, I mean, it's like,
Like
in
me, they just go, "Oh, Dad's in a mood.
Yeah.
Dad's in a bad mood.
Well,
Ugh.
it's just
Stay
like
away
a-
from him." But Mom, it's like, what's going on? Like
Yeah.
our world is crumbling.
Well, it's just like in the mornings, you know, I could wake up feeling a certain type of way, like down in a funk, out of it and stuff, and I'm in the bathroom getting ready, fixing my hair, putting my makeup on and everything, and when I walk out that door for my kids and for my clients, I have to be
That's
like,
true.
hey,
Yeah.
what's up? up, and sometimes I just want to be me, and I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I'm not like that most of the time, but there are some times where I'm just like...
But it's the pressure to perform that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that you hit the nail on the head when you were talking about, like, that with, like, the family, because you show up and your personality is very infectious. You have that, like, natural ability to, like, pull people into your... But, like, then it's like when people depend on it, it's a whole different type of situation, because they're like, well, you can't just have a day. You can't just, like, be... Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I kind of get that, too, when, like, I talk to people about their issues, because I really love to help people through their shit. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Like, with my boo-boo Jordan over there, we made that little call so we can help one another. Yeah. Like, I get off on
love
stuff.
that.
I love that.
But everybody needs somebody like that in their life.
Yes. But then it's like when people expect you to be the one to vent and stuff, and like then that's all it's about. Yeah. Then it becomes exhausting, and then that also wears on your mental disposition as well. And I feel like sometimes it can be what triggers these spells of like several days where you're just drained emotionally, physically, like all of it, spiritually.
And then who's got you when you're feeling like that?
And and that's what I get really down about that too, because like when I was working as a recruiter, I think I talked about this a little bit last podcast, and I struggled. Like I just had such a bad year. Like I did not feel like someone had me. Yeah. Like no one would just like check up and be like, "How are you?" You know, like something just seems off.
Yeah.
No one. Yeah. And I'm like, I do this for all of you. Yeah. For everyone. I make sure.
You know why? Probably because they feel like you're strong and you've got it. A lot of people probably look at you that way, because if you're that way for them, they probably think he's good. He's good. He doesn't need to be the one checked up on. And that's what I think my problem is. Like my mom was always like that. Like she always like babied my brother and was this and that. And I called her out, I think, once on it. She goes, "You've always been so strong and independent. But I mean, you don't realize."
That's what I say. How do you see her? Yeah. Like from an image standpoint, even before you knew her, like not like. And even me, being with her since I was 15 years old, I still see her as a rock. Like, so unless she's like goes to a low place, I don't really get concerned, which is too late usually. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. It's too late for me to really. Then she has to get off. But it's not often that she's down.
Oh no, it's not.
Very, very rare, but it's just. It sucks when you do.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they do you, because they think, oh, he's good. Yeah. He's got it.
And I've talked to a friend about that, too, relatively recently. And we kind of had the same, not solution, but what's the word? Like, we came to the same conclusion as what you're saying, too. Yeah. And so part of me, like, doesn't want to, like, blame them, but, like, still, like, a little bit into me is, like, that was such a hard place. Yeah. That I like hold a little bit of resentment towards like all of my friends.
I'm glad you said that, because like I projectile a lot on Jeff, and I projectile a lot on Chaz, and I don't know that I ever check on them. Like I know I check on Jeff some, but I don't know that I ever I'm glad you brought that up, because people that you put everything on, and I feel like I can go to them for everything. Maybe they need checked on.
Yeah. For example, I'll tell you what I do. I'll randomly send messages to people and let them know that I'm thinking about them.
That's really nice. And I have
one right now. I said this to a friend. We hadn't talked for a while, and he was like, so he said happy birthday on my birthday, February 1st. And then he didn't check one of my messages for like 10 days. So I wasn't like super upset with him or anything. Yeah. He was like, it's been a long-ass month, my bad. And I said, this is what I said. I said, do you know that I love you? Like, in all seriousness, I really do. Aww. And he, who doesn't appreciate that?
Oh,
but
gosh.
I'll send that to random friends, and I'll just say, hey, don't need anything. Just want you to know that I love you, and I'm thinking about you. I hope you have a good day today.
That's amazing. Like, yes.
But I never get that. And I'm like, so it's like, what I don't think it's fair, because, like, in my head, like, I show a lot of appreciation, and I'll be proactive about it, and I don't get it. And I'm like, but it's not fair for me to be good at these things that I think of, and then hold the standard. Yeah, and it's hard, because like you're like it's not easy to think of people proactively.
Oh yeah,
and to like just cast a little
Yeah.
You know, it's
net out
really
for them.
hard
Yeah.
for me. Like, this is what I struggle with. I think these, like, good, amazing thoughts, like say about Ange. Like, I'll think them throughout the day, but I just think them. I don't act on them. You know, it's like I'll think something really, like, touches me, and I'm thinking she's so amazing in this way, and she helps me so much in this way, but then I don't tell her. You know what I mean? Because I'm either at work or I'm up getting ready, and I don't think to write a note and leave it for her, and then it's like, it sucks because you think that stuff, and then sometimes the only time you say it is when they are down because they never get anything.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
then
wait,
it's
though,
it's
I thought of you last
Yes.
week, and they're like,
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't know you said that. I didn't know you thought that last week.
Yeah.
Did you really think that last week? You know, it's
Or you
kind of
just saying that because I'm
just
down.
saying that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
like, it's funny how you, it's hard to be proactive.
Basically,
For certain personalities.
Yeah.
basically, if you're saying it, if you're thinking it, just tell the person.
But that's what I've
Like,
tried
it takes
to
2
get better
seconds to
out
send a
this
text.
last year or two. Like, just trying to say, I thought it, just text her.
Yeah.
Or I thought it, just write it down, throw it in her purse if I'm at home. or throw it
You
in
did
the
that
car.
twice this week.
Yeah. Just I had a thought,
see?
so I just
Yeah.
wrote it down.
They're in my purse.
In a note, and I threw it in your car, I think.
That is
No,
so
both
sweet.
were
both-
And that's rare.
Yeah.
I think that's rare within relationships because I don't hear stuff like that.
Yeah. No, he does.
From friends and all
No,
that.
that happens
Occasionally.
from time to time.
I try to get better. I'm trying to be more proactive in showing her
Mm-hmm.
that she's special to me. Because it's like you get in a relationship, and we've been together so long. She's absolutely the most special thing in my life, above everything. She's above my kids, above my work, above my, and so
Not above Joe Rogan, but
yeah, above Joe Rogan. Now
Jordan here or Michael Jordan?
Michael. No, I'm kidding. But it's like you get. That's the thing about relationships, and this long is it doesn't get hard to express yourself. You get so close that you almost. That's what we've talked about like recently. It's like you get so tight and so close and so one because we're best friends. Like we get along, we have a blast everywhere we go, everything we do. But then you don't always express yourself right, or you don't always express yourself at all. But then on top of that, you've got things you don't realize anymore. Like, you know, the special things, the smells, you've been around somebody so long that the only time you really re-experience that is if like when I went to New Hampshire for 4 days and come back, it's like this different feeling.
Yeah.
Like it's new again. But
Excuse me,
Let's see.
sorry.
it's hard to have that once you've been together for years.
But
you
it's
know?
good that you're cognizant of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that, like, having that realization that, like, you take advantage of the emotional and physical presence of your partner, I think it's really hard to come to that.
But you know,
conclusion.
yeah, but you know why I'm cognizant of it? You know why she's cognizant of some things? Because we freaking failed so many times and we didn't bail out on each other.
Yeah.
And we said, I have a bad habit of making excuses or denying it or wanting to be right or not wanting to be wrong.
You do? Tell me more.
So it takes me a while to come around. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes me a while to come around and really,
Yeah.
because I just don't want to accept it. And then when I do, I try to fix it. I'm not as great at fixing it, but it's because we go through crap. You go through crap, and that's what I think. That's what relationships are, and that's why I think I'll fight no matter what for this because that's one of the most important things my father told me when I was getting ready to get married. He goes, "This is awesome. This is great, but 2 things: you never ever cheat on her, and you're going to run into some crap you never thought you'd deal with in your life." You're going to run into stuff that you could leave easily, and it'll be justified by everybody. But you don't.
And we've ran into that. I mean,
You figure it out. You work it out. You're going to hate each other some days. You're going to always love each other. You're going to hate each other. You're not going to be around each other. Don't give up on it, even when you have a reason to. And that's like, you know, nobody gets that anymore. It's always like, well, I've got this reason to run.
Yeah.
But you're going to start a new one with somebody else, and it's going to get 5, 6, 10, 20 years down the road, and that crap's going to hit too.
Yeah.
You can't be with a roommate for 15 years and not run into stuff that you want to kill them over.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You just
Friends,
can't-
And
like
you know
anything.
what? I love that you went there because I completely agree. And sometimes, like, so naturally, and I guess this makes sense, like, I'll have friends that will come to me for advice and things of that nature. So I have a very close friend that I adore. I will not name her. But she's going through a divorce, and she doesn't want to go through the divorce. He left her for another woman, but he's, like, promising. He's like, just wait for me and all this stuff while he's with this woman. And listen, get this, she was pregnant. She just had a kid, like last weekend.
His wife or the woman?
His wife.
Oh, gosh.
And
once she
he's
gets
like,
back to it, once she gets her body
Yeah.
back in shape, and he'll be back.
well, what I'm saying, you're crazy.
Yeah,
So I'm giving her advice through all this, and I'm kind of mimicking what you're saying. I'm like, because she's done her dirt too, and she's done something similar in the past too. But I'm like, I don't want to pressure you. Like in my head, when I'm trying to give her advice, like I'm trying to have I'm trying to communicate with her in a way that I'm making her go through all the decisions and make the decision that that she is making it, and not through, my pressure. I don't know. I'm not trying to pressure her to make a decision that's based on my perception of what's happening. It's basically what I'm trying to say. But I was kind of mimicking some of the things that you were saying. I'm like, you know what? When you see these couples that have been together for 60 years, like, who's to say they haven't gone through this shit?
Oh,
They have.
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
They have.
Yeah, like, and-
trust me, all of them have
Yeah,
gone through
yeah.
stuff that they could have left for.
And I feel like right now we have this, notebook perception of what relationships are supposed to be versus what they really are. And I'm like, someone's going to cheat on someone. I'm like, to me in my head, and I don't want to get on like some soapbox or anything, but I'm like, second chances, third chances, sometimes fourth chances. If you love this person, you put the work in. If they're showing they're putting the work in, then that's kind of all you need to know. If they're not giving you legitimate and tangible reasons to show that they are willing to change, that they're willing to work on things, mistakes happen, And that's kind of what I was trying to talk her through, until she told me that there was some violence, and she explained some violence.
Okay, now we're getting into another area.
But then I was like, leave him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm like,
there's violence.
no.
You get away.
Yeah, but like going through all this, I just love that, when you were trying to explain the conversation between you and your father, because I think that's exactly what a relationship is, especially when it's a life partner. All the things that we have, all the vices we have in society now, with our freaking phones at our fingertips, there are so many distractions and temptations out there that it's like we can't hold our partner to this shining beacon of what things are supposed to be. I just think that's unfair for anyone to do, and even do it to yourself.
Yeah.
So to just be prepared
Right.
that things like that are going to happen, and you having that conversation with your father, I think it's amazing that he
Well, and
said
then when
it
you
the way
have
he
those
said
things
it.
happen, when they happen, that's when you figure out and you know what I would say to anybody out there that says, this is what I do in this situation. If somebody cheated on me, or if somebody lied to me, or if somebody, whatever it might be, I'm going to leave them, or I'm going to do this. I'd say put that in your back pocket, because you don't have any clue.
You don't have any.
You don't have any clue until
Yeah.
you get punched in the face. And then you figure out, maybe I love this person unconditionally.
Mhm.
And then you say, like your friend, it's like, I think you have to stand your ground and say, you got to make a choice, in a sense. I can't just wait on, you got to make a choice.
Yeah.
You can't, I've got to take care of myself, and I got to be selfish in a sense, because I got to have something left. But you fight for it, and you fight for them to let go of whatever that vice may be, and you're there for them. But anytime a partner turns from whatever they've done and says, I want to work on this or fix it, I'm a believer in you do that.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You do that, and you figure out, it could be anything with the person. If it's infidelity or whatever it might be, you don't know what it is. It might not have anything to do with you as the partner. It might not have anything to do with, they know what they're dealing with. It could be trauma that they've suppressed. It could be anything. But the fact that they want to turn from it, and they're shutting whatever out, that situation is hard because somebody's saying, it just seems like a really cold person to have a pregnant wife and then be getting with somebody else.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not trying to judge the person because I have no idea their situation or their marriage or their relationship. But still, to get busted and still be like, I need you to just let me have this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like...
No, and I tried to hide my judgments because I just wanted to like build her confidence up. I want to have a conversation and dialogue with her that she would be comfortable and confident in the decision that she would make after we finished our conversations.
Yeah.
You know, and it was hard to do because I was constantly like babysitting what was coming out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's good though. You're very responsible because friends can sometimes take that side and get
oh my God,
angry and nasty.
Yeah.
And hurt their friend, right? You can hurt the person you're trying to help by getting on their side and not being like.
I love that you're saying this.
You know,
right now.
being objective because
yes,
you can't just jump out there and start bashing and because you're gonna end up looking bad anyway. Because if they do stay with them, you know. But regardless of that, that's pretty responsible in my eyes to just say, build up the person's confidence. Number one, right? Try not to be too opinionated about the situation and judgmental, and just let them get their crap out and know you're there. Because I think that's huge that somebody's there for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the sad thing is for her is, you know, whether she's done it in the past or not, to him, she's sitting there pregnant or with a young child, and she knows he's with somebody, and he won't break it off. It's good to have somebody when you feel that alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I tried to be. And sometimes, you know, so there's days, and this I love how this is all connected because in some of the days you're just like, I just can't be there right now.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, and then you feel so guilty afterwards. Yeah. You're like, I can't answer a text right now.
Yeah.
I can't answer a phone call right
now.
I can't even think about it right now.
Yeah.
Know?
Yeah.
And then you feel, and it's just like, I don't know, like this yo-yo of emotions of being there and not being there sometimes. And all, you know, it's just, it gets too much.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think part of my issue is like, I feel like I just don't have, I mean, like I want a relationship. And also here's another thing I struggle with is like giving some relationship advice sometimes without really ever being in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Like I just try to be like pragmatic.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, but then the minute that they don't like what I say and they say, well, how do you know?
You've
know
never
what I
been
mean?
in a relationship.
Yeah, then I'm like, I guess you're right, but I'm just trying to be
but sometimes
pragmatic.
you need that, though. I mean, it's just like getting, like, sometimes I feel the same way, like when somebody's trying to give you parenting advice that doesn't have kids. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same way, like, because before I had kids, I thought I knew everything. I'm like, my kid's not going to do that. My kid's not going to throw a fit in the grocery store.
Yeah.
I will put an end to that. My kids have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you say that's not happening, because until you get there and you have to deal with it, it's crazy. But, and I was thinking too, when you guys were talking like about relationships, a lot of times I feel like, because people will say this to us all the time, like, oh, it must be nice just to have somebody, and you guys look like you never have any issues and you're always happy and it must be nice. Okay, who airs their dirty crap on social media?
Oh my God, is it not the worst?
It is. Like, what we put on social media is 100% real. Like, we have fun, we get along, we get great. But there are nights where I'm sitting right there and he's sitting right there and we're looking at each other. I'm like, seriously, I hate you right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, get out of my face right now. You know, and we're fine.
But guess what we don't do?
We're not going to put that on social media, right?
We don't do that, but we don't go to bed angry.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying a lot of people do, and they carry it on to the next day.
I know,
and they go to work.
But my point was like this, like people saying like, looking at what we do on social media and thinking that,
you're right.
Your relationship is so good, and it is, and it's good, and it's amazing, and it's great. But like, and you know, because somebody said at the gym the other day, gosh, your life is so together. Like, your kids are always happy. And I'm like, do you think I put my dirty shit on social media? It's like my kids, we scream, we have screaming fights. You should see me trying to wake Brooke up in the mornings. Do I put that on social media? I should.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Actually, I probably should.
TikTok
But, right?
Yeah, oh my
TikTok
God,
that.
that'd be
That's the
great.
quarter of the night. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't put their dirty stuff on there. You know what I mean?
But people
That's the same
do.
thing with me and
Well,
Lena.
they
But like
do,
people,
but I
though,
mean,
responsible
so
people.
bad.
Those
Right.
people are
Don't.
real dirty.
Yeah.
There's
Why
a
would you,
close
like,
friend of mine that
dirty
I'm
people.
constantly having
Those
that
dirty
conversation
people.
with.
Really?
They're dirt
Stop
on
doing it. And
face.
she does it with her family, all
Oh,
of it. I'm
yeah.
like, please stop. Me
Yeah.
and Jordan grew up with her.
Yeah.
And I love her dearly. She's one of my best ride or die friends.
Yeah.
But she don't care to throw it all out there.
Yeah.
She's constantly put like, I love when people show their true colors.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
just, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I mean, I
You know?
respect that in a way. Like, yeah, if you want to show some real stuff, I mean, I get that, but
Well, but-
sometimes it's
yeah.
overboard. Like,
You're
Yeah.
being,
too much.
to tear somebody down, no matter what they did to you, you
Yeah.
gotta to justify that by saying they did this to me, so I can do this to them.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
just
I-
making
I-
you look
I
bad.
think that's another level. I still
Yeah.
think like saying this is what's going on in my life. It just invites everyone in, and
Yeah.
this is a lesson that I learned while I was in grad school. I almost got my scholarship taken away from me,
Oh, gosh.
and kicked out of the program because.
But
I
did
sang.
you go to jail?
No, Jordan.
You don't even want to know how the end of my college career ended. God, here's another jail story for you.
Oh,
You don't want to
gosh.
revisit that.
Christ. Yeah,
Well,
later.
Prison
So I was
delivery.
driving through the desert in California, and I was singing a Nicki Minaj song, "Stupid Hoe." I love that song. So I'm singing "Stupid Hoe," and I'm videoing myself. You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. And I'm doing the whole rap, girl. And I posted on Facebook, and I'm like, people on my Facebook know me, and like the words, like it's a song.
Right, right.
Well, so my school got a hold of it, and they were like, this is not what we represent at all. And this is a problem.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I had like a call with like an investigator of like, you know, the situation, and then like the president of my program, and he like reamed me, and they threatened to remove me from the program, all that over this. And plus I think I had a glass of wine in the library. So,
What?
and this is like a small Lutheran university.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like a big ordeal. But anyway, to make a point is that what I learned through that was a valuable lesson, is that you don't control the narrative of how people view you and the thoughts that are formed inside of their mind
Yeah.
when they read
many
something that is published by you that represents your identity.
Yes.
Unless they know you intimately, you cannot control the thoughts that go through, that how they interpret what you're putting out there.
Right.
Unless you're having that face-to-face conversation with them and you explain everything.
Right.
So my point is that when people put anything out to air any type of dirty laundry, I just like that's a hard no for me, because like I feel like they just haven't had that lesson.
Yes.
That teaches them that people will take this and they'll view you this way. And I know some of these people, I'm like, that's not true of this person. This person is amazing. I love her. I adore her. And she is so compassionate. But when you post these things, you can't help but to think, you know what I mean? So like, and then when you do that for your family and you do that about your spouse, like, it's like, well, who is this person?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like there's just like lessons that need to be learned in airing out any kind of laundry. I think that none of it needs to.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing one of those proactive posts. And I will say this, Jordan's girlfriend, one of the loves of my life, Leah, she is phenomenal at doing those type of posts where she's like, our relationship is not perfect.
Right. I've seen those,
I'll have an issue with Jordan, and I'm ready to absolutely fucking murder him. You know, and she's like, but we communicate, you know, we work through the rough times. Like, you know, she explains it delicately, and she's not having this conversation. She's not posting a video about this or writing a big thing during the heat of the moment. She's like,
Exactly.
Hoping she would come here. I was hoping.
But it's almost like helping people.
Yeah.
Showing people the example
Yes.
of we're struggling, but
Yes.
this is a positive thing. I want to kill them, but I love them, and we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Like she said, our relationship, you see a lot of cool shit on our Facebook.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
It's not like that all the time.
All the time. Exactly.
It can't be like that all the time.
I try to use my social media for positive things. Of
Yeah,
course,
me too.
there's negative things. And sometimes I post, like, some of the crazy stuff. But it just drives me crazy when people are like, oh, you got to say. No, I don't. I just don't put negative stuff on Facebook or Instagram.
It's not like there's a camera hanging out in our fucking living
Oh,
room.
my gosh, if there were, we would make some money.
We'd be like that guy,
You'd
that
be
gamer.
in jail in Allegheny County.
If people would watch us, not just us, but our whole family.
Allegheny County Jail.
Jeff
Runyon.
Because, I mean, if you could just be a fly on the wall in our house when everybody's here, it's like so weird. It's like, what's happening right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's
Got it.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same thing. The way that he said I was responsible in how I communicate with my friend. I think that you are responsible in the way that you communicate with people who verbalize what they think about your relationship.
Yes.
And I have a similar situation with. So like if you look at my Facebook, you'll be like, wow. Like whenever someone does, they'll say, "You've been everywhere."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah." How? Like you? What do you do for a living? And I'll be like that. Like you got money. And I'm like, listen. I have crippling student debt that I will never pay off.
Yeah, me too. Same.
Never.
They call me
pay
every
off.
day. They're like, "You've got to pay this." I'm like,
No.
You're really low on my priority list right now. I need to keep my lights on and my water flowing.
Yeah, exactly.
So screw you.
You know what? And I have like lots of moments like where I'm just like I feel like just so stupid because I did make reckless decisions with finances in terms of my education.
Yeah.
But also, and I never like to be the one that blames someone else, and it's like there's a butt coming.
Yeah.
But it's like because I do want to take responsibility of decisions that I made. However, I feel like it took me a very fucking long time to grow up.
Yeah.
And become an adult, and I'm still doing it, right?
Yeah.
So
we all are. I mean, I'm 44, and I'm still feeling like I gotta grow up sometime.
Right. So I just feel like I never. Like, one of the things, like, I never had, like, an academic, like, what would the word be, mentor that walked me through the decisions that I made during my education. Like, you know what, I love my degree and what I studied for my master's, but I can't get a job doing that.
What was it?
So I got a master's degree in international development and conflict resolution, and I had a dream.
Wait, whoa, what? Slow down.
Okay.
And what?
International development and conflict resolution.
Really? I didn't know that was such a thing.
Yes. So my dream was to work with the United Nations. I wanted to be like a developmental actor, like trying to bring, like peace and like food to like marginalized communities in like the Middle East and things of that nature.
Oh, wow.
That it still is like kind of a dream, But getting, what I learned after I got the degree is that getting into these fields, like if you want to do it like the way that like the traditional way of like applying and hopefully getting picked, it caters to a very high socioeconomic class. Like, so for example, what I needed to do to get an internship with the UN, so this is what they want you to do. You take an unpaid internship in New York City. Who can do that?
Well, if it's unpaid, where are you gonna live?
Exactly. Exactly. And you're working in the heart of New York. How?
Sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen.
So,
Live.
to make a point, I know. So, to make a point is that I feel like I just didn't have someone in my corner. Like, I feel like the way that education, like university and things like that are structured, like, it's almost as if they don't want you to really understand, like, some of these issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, no, like, we need our numbers up so we can make more money off of you. So you need to make these decisions. I don't care if you're educated on, the risk and what happens next. So, I don't know. Like, it's like I don't want to blame the system, but part of me is like, there needs to be accountability on both, and then you see what's happening. And I don't want to get political, but like in politics, when they talk about student loans and things like that, like I feel like sometimes like that conversation really isn't had a lot. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how you have that conversation without sounding like, okay, well, here's another fucking person who can't take accountability for their decision to go get a degree that they can't even utilize.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not that, because, like, the way that, this is how I made that decision, is, like, I'm going to be working in a capacity that is, what's the word, not like not for profit, but like when you work to like better something, like there's that, you get that forgiveness after 10 years. So that was my plan. Like, I'm giving back. That's what I wanted to do. And then I couldn't get a job in the field. Hundreds of, maybe not hundreds, but like well in 100 applications and never even getting a call. Couldn't even get in the field. So I'm like,
so you get stuck with that debt.
Yeah.
See, that's
completely
that's
stuck,
cool.
and I couldn't even get in the field that I wanted to do. That was a public service.
Yeah.
You know, so
It
now
should be
I'm just
more
like
of a-
$170,000 in debt, and how the hell am I ever going to fucking pay that? I won't. Like, you know,
I think you need some more wine.
exactly.
I mean, 170,000. I
Yeah.
thought I was
something
bad.
like
Never.
that. It should be if you graduate with that degree, then it's forgiven after 10 years.
Something's
but I have to work with it.
I know you do.
You know
but
what
my
I mean?
point
But
is it should just be forgiven. If they're going to make the promise that they're going to forgive it, it should be if you get the degree.
Especially if there's
If
no
they
job
can't
placement.
guarantee you job placement,
That's
then they
crazy.
can't hold the debt over you. What they're guaranteeing it's a scheme because they know
Guaranteeing you a bunch of fucking debt.
They know that probably 60 to 80% of the people are going to have to pay that debt.
Yeah.
They're not going to forgive all of it. They're going to have a percentage of it, and they're going to
Yeah.
keep the profits from the rest
well,
of it.
now here
They're just
recently,
hedging their bet.
statistics have come out that like that public forgiveness loan track has been like notoriously.
Crooked.
Yes, lots of people like haven't got it, and because there's like a weird stipulations and all that
believe
stuff.
it. I
But
believe
like my thing is that I don't want to say that degree is like some random liberal arts degree, because I really do believe in that degree, and I believe in that program and what it can do.
I
for
had
the
never
world.
even heard of that.
Lots of people haven't.
I
because
really hadn't.
It's basically the people out there like trying to like, you know, elicit tangible change in countries that are like not as developed as first world countries.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Second,
It's like
third
whether or
world.
not that's like, you know, political freedoms, social freedoms, medical freedoms, so on and so forth. Like, it can be anything. You know, like you're fighting to elicit that change.
That's awesome. I didn't
And-
Sounds like a scam from the beginning.
Well, so like when you're with United
Like to
Nations or
change
USAID,
those other countries.
so I'm,
like,
but
to
like
make-
think about it though. Like
It's
I'm
really
I'm,
good thought.
I'm like describing it at a very high level,
Right, I
without
got
getting
you.
nitty gritty. And there are like
Yeah.
legitimate like ways to do that, whether or not you're in some program that's funded by USAID, United States Agency of International Development, to like bring water to rural communities, things like that are like very, very pragmatic and applicable.
Right.
So it is like possible. I'm just giving it a very high view. So anyway, the point is that I believe in these things. It's just what happens to us when we do, you know.
Yeah.
And now I can't even.
You know that the issue that I have with it too is somebody as passionate as you that wants in that field that can't get to it for what? Because there's not enough jobs. Somebody create something for Michael.
Bro,
Like,
dude,
come
I
on.
wish I could show you some of the like the opportunities. There was one.
I'm sure your
website I
applications
found
look like you're dedicated to it. You're ready to go.
at one
and
point.
then-
Now I don't put
now
them
you're
in
just like-
anymore. You know,
There's a
what I mean?
whole lot
Because
of
it's like-
problems with the educational system, and the thing is they're just printing money, but they're not saying, okay, look, we're going to advise you. You're getting into this field, right, and you want to make change, but here's the odds of you getting a job in that field.
Yeah.
Here's
Somebody
how many
should say
people.
that.
Yeah.
There's stats.
Up-
Like there's
up
got
front.
Yeah,
you.
that's
You
true.
got to be able to track. Hey, this many people every year graduate with this degree. This is how many people work in the field.
Yeah.
I feel like though, if you graduate with a degree in a field, especially specialized like that, you shouldn't be having to compete with a bunch of people for a job. Like, not that there should be something cut out for you, but there's got to be a use for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that many people doing it, like
Yeah.
wanting to do what you're
There
doing.
Yeah.
was another path. Like another path would have been this: go to Peace Corps for 2 point whatever years. And like I already, and this is my mindset, but this could be where I have to take accountability on that too. My mindset was like, okay, I'm 26 years old, and my friends are all working, and I'm not.
That's
And
bad,
then-
though.
I know. That is
sucks.
bad. It is bad.
I'm not saying it's bad of you. It sucks. That's what I hate about. Because we grew up in that. Like, it's like here's what you do. You go to high school, you graduate, and you go to college, or you're a loser. I don't care if you get a degree in something you want or like, but in our age, it was like, it doesn't matter if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The loser kids don't go to college. So my kid's going to go to college. I'm not saying my parents are like that or think that. They never said that. But there's this precedent set that, what do you mean you're not going to college? Like, you have to go to college.
Right.
And to me, that's, I like the fact somebody follow your passion, whether it's go to college or whether it's go do something else until you figure out what you want to do, then go to college.
Yeah.
Who cares? Listen, there are plenty of freaking people at 44 years old working jobs like me that would rather be doing something they love, right? I mean, that they absolutely are passionate about and love to get up and do every day. So why not freaking enjoy your 20s and not feel the pressure to have babies because all your friends are having babies.
I'm glad I had babies in my 20s.
I'm glad you are too, but I'm just saying, the pressure of like you...
Yeah, no, the pressure. We understand.
The pressure of
Yeah.
society
Yeah.
on you with whether it be, oh, my friends have jobs, so I'm a loser because I don't have a job yet. Your friends are going to, your friends are going to envy you in 10 years because you know what, they're going to still be in that same freaking job, and you're going to be laughing and having a blast when you get up every day. Because, but that's what I will tell my kids. Like, screw them. Screw what people think. Figure out what you love. Because if you're doing something else, it's going to be a long life for nothing.
Yeah.
Figuring out what you love is kind of difficult.
It is.
I have a
difficult.
tough time, too,
Yeah.
because what I love doesn't make any money.
Right.
Like,
And that
right
was
now,
my
we ain't
way.
making any money. That's what I love to do.
That was my thing too. Like, I want to be an astronaut or astrologist when I was
Well,
a
I
little
did,
kid.
too. Yeah.
And
Me
then,
too. Astrologist.
Astrology. I love the stars and all
astrophysicist.
this, looking at all that shit. But guess what? Needle
Too
haystack.
hard.
Do we
Man.
all need to go look at the
Yeah,
stars
we
right
can
now?
do that. But Mr. Sorrent, who I ran into literally in Walmart yesterday, he was like, "Hey, you tested really good in math and science. Go be a doctor or go be an engineer." And I was like, "Which one gets out of school earlier and starts making money faster?" And he's like, "Engineer." So
And
I went
you
to
always
engineering
have a
school.
job.
But guess what?
You
Haven't
hate
used
it.
that fucking degree ever. Literally ever.
Oh, I know. I'm
I
the
went
same
to school,
way.
got that degree, got out, couldn't get a job, broke my leg. So my dad got me a job with UPS, and I worked my way up into a management spot, and then I quit that because I fucking hated it. And now I own my own company.
And I do
Whatever.
admire that when you did that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out. I'm
It's
done.
like
I
the,
know, I
log-
remember
the,
talking
the
about
like
it with
older
everybody.
logical people are like, what has he doing? He's got
Yeah.
benefits. He's worked his way up through. You know what I mean? I'm
I
not saying
quit
they
with
said that.
benefits and a salary, and I
You got a
quit.
salary, benefits, anybody killed for that job, right? But that's the mentality of the old school. It's like, you go to work,
You worked there for 40 years.
you work there for 40, 50 years, and you come home, and then you enjoy your life. Well, your freaking life
It's
is
over.
before 8 and after 6, and you're tired as hell.
Yeah.
And then you got the weekends, and maybe you got 2 or 3 or 4 weeks a year that you
Vacation,
get to take vacation. But that's what you do on those weeks. You
Yeah.
take vacation. You don't do
Yeah.
your passion,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
As soon as I quit there, I was like, because at my time it was only, I was 1 or 2 or 3 years in. I got 1 week or 2 weeks a year, so I'm working 50 weeks a year. And I was like, oh. Great benefits, great all that stock options, all that bullshit. But I was like, this sucks. Like, I
Yeah.
got no time. And as
Yeah.
soon as I quit,
Done.
we've been traveling ever
I
since.
know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's no more extra dollars out of my pocket
Yeah.
because now we just travel smarter. We just
Yeah.
like, get points and do all that, that stuff that we were talking about. So
I know, which I need to really talk to you about that.
Let's do
I
it.
know you want to charge me, but
I don't want to charge you.
I'll pay you.
I just want you to help me out with the bills that I'm paying. I'm already knowing how to do this.
I think that's fair.
Oh, man,
I really
that's
think
a good way
fair.
to put it.
yeah,
I
it's
think
not
that's
that I
fair.
want to
And-
charge
and
you. It's just help
I
me out
will
with
do
what
that.
Yeah.
If we have a legitimate conversation about
His time
things
is
where
worth
I'm
something.
taught and
And
I
experience
feel like
and
competent enough that I can actually do some of these things,
Sure.
I will help you.
Okay.
Okay, so question.
It's easy. I'm all about the barter system. I'm cool. With
I know, I
I'm
like
cool
that.
with trade.
I like trading services.
I'm cool with trade.
So, anybody at this table using the degree they graduated college with? Jeff, maybe?
What
Jeff?
is your degree?
I have to
You-
say yes.
You are?
Business
Engineering?
administration,
I went
marketing,
to
and
school
management.
for industrial engineering, which is the process engineer. It's the management engineer. It's the engineer that's the CEO.
Okay.
I asked them when I got there, I said, what's my fastest way to be the boss? Because that's what my dad always used to tell me. He said, be your own boss. That's what he beat into me. Be your own boss. Be your own boss. Be your own boss. How do you do that? You start your own shit.
Yeah.
So when I went to school, it was, how do I be my own boss? Well, you want to go into process engineer. You want to be industrial engineer. I didn't put it all together at that time, or now even. It's actually coming to me now. A process engineer. I was going to be my own boss. I was going to be a CEO. And I'm just CEO of my 2 companies.
Okay.
So, yes, technically, kind
Okay.
of, sort of, yes, I'm doing what I...
Okay.
Did I plan it that way? No, not at all.
But in a weird twist.
In a weird, in a
I
weird
like that.
way, yes, kind of.
Well,
Yeah.
that guidance helps you. That's
It definitely
huge.
did. Like
Yeah.
like this, what I'm doing now, yes, what did it play a part? And then being in management in UPS. So now I can go up to Jeff and be like, look, man, here's what I really need you to do today. All right, this is what I need you to get done. And it's just me talking to a contractor now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
Listen, man,
You know how to. You know
we're
how to
behind schedule.
communicate.
Yeah.
I need you to get this done today.
Yeah.
Seriously. If you want paid on Friday, this is what I need done
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
You know, and I
So
can
you
do
are
that.
kind of.
Yeah, I'm
And
kind
Jeff,
of.
You are kind of.
Jeff is definitely. You're definitely using yours. I feel like
I think the degrees are pretty like when it comes to business. When I get a
business is broad.
business administration. I got a marketing and management focus.
Well, you're using that.
So I'm using it because I'm managing people. I'm in management, and I'm using the marketing degree now. So it's
Sure.
so it's good, but I'm not using it because it's not relevant. The degree I got isn't relevant at all.
What's the degree?
Marketing and management, but it was back
not
in '94. It's not relevant today.
It's
at
different.
all.
It's a whole different game.
I
is
think
what
it's
you're saying.
I think it's relevant. It's just in a different way.
I think you just learned, just like I took an insurance exam to get my insurance test. None of that stuff's relevant. I don't use any of that
Well, that's true.
You can go. I've had my insurance license for 20 years. I could go fail it today,
yeah.
but I know more about the insurance industry than any kid that could ace that test today because of experience and my time in the business.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Experience is way
Because
more
I
than
can't
of course.
because
Yeah.
I can't pick out something that if I need to know today, if somebody says, well, what's the law on this? Because that's all you learn for the test is like, what's the law for this, or what's the actual, if you do this, it's an ethics violation. I'll be like, well, I know that's probably an ethics violation, so those aren't as hard, but well, I'm not sure what the law on that is,
Yeah.
or the exact definition is, so I'm going to Google that shit.
Right. Just
Right?
look it up.
And I'm going to
Well,
tell
sure.
you. Because that's what you're going to do after you get out of this test, because you're going to not remember any of it.
Absolutely.
And anyway, they just tell you what you need to know for the test anyway if you go to the course. But I mean, I'm just saying, people got to get experience.
Experience is more than a degree.
Yeah.
But I was just curious about what we all went to, what we all have these
Right.
degrees, and are we actually using them
I'm not
in real
against.
life?
I'm not against college.
You know?
At
No,
all.
I'm not either.
I want to. I'll be devil's advocate on that. If I could have not went to college, all right,
If you felt like you had to,
I gotta say a couple things first. I didn't pay for college; the government paid for my
well,
college.
shut up.
So I don't.
We all hate you right now. We're all in debt over
I
here.
I know. So I don't really have that angle at all.
Thank you.
I don't have that angle at all. But
I didn't pay for mine either. My dad paid
still
for all
to
of mine,
that,
so.
if I could have took the 4 years that I spent in college dicking off and partying
And got experience.
Yeah, doing all that. Yeah.
and got
And
experience,
put money in the bank.
then it would have been rad.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
I'd have been, if I would have not spent those 4 years dicking off, and I would have spent those 4 years doing what I'm doing right now,
Yeah.
where would I be today?
Yeah.
I would be on a
Can
beach
I-
somewhere.
I agree. I don't think college is for everyone. Like I'm not using. Well, I mean, I guess I am in a sense.
Using it right now.
I am using my degree as we speak, but I'm not getting paid for it. Right?
I just think they need to do better in
Baby,
high school for people that are ready. Like
Yes.
in high school, I was ready.
Yeah.
And freaking teach.
I would have never needed to go to
wasn't.
college. I would have been
I
like,
wish they would've
"Oh, this is how
taught-
you make a shitload of money."
Yeah, I
You're
agree
gonna
with
teach me
you.
that right now, and I'm
Yeah.
in 11th grade. All right, I'm listening. What's up?
I agree with that.
I think
Or-
I would have listened too.
Let's
yeah,
teach.
but-
Let's teach kids let's have some basic fundamental budgeting, financial responsibility courses instead of just basket weaving.
How many credit cards would I have right
What
now
the
today
heck,
if I would have got
man?
Yeah.
coached on that in the 11th grade?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they're teaching
Yeah.
bogus.
They're teaching the wrong shit.
They are. They
you know
are.
when I figured finances out? When I freaking made a bunch of mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. mess it up first.
Yeah, you mess it up and you make mistakes. You do stupid stuff with your money, and then you're like, I got to figure out how to manage my money. And I'm like 30. I mean, what the heck's going on? Why aren't we teaching kids?
They teach weird stuff
Let's
in
be
school,
responsible. Man. Here's what you got. Here's what you got to do to be successful in life. Here's what you got to be functional in life. You got to be able to manage your finances, or else you're going to have marital problems. You're going to have all kinds of problems.
That's a big issue, isn't it? People that don't know how to manage their finances.
And
I
you
know
have
what?
I don't have that
so
problem.
funny, and I don't mean to change. It's not really changing the subject, but I was cooking this morning, and I saw a post about Justin Bieber ranking his wife's friends, and to me, I was like, you know what? I would love to sit down with a celebrity, and have a legitimate conversation with them, and be like, I'm not jealous that you're a celebrity. I'm jealous that you have the fucking financial freedom. Because financial freedom is literally everything.
No doubt.
Everything.
Yes.
Like, to be able to wake up and say, fuck you, I ain't fucking doing this corporate bullshit. I'm not going out and talking to all these fucking customers all day that don't want to fucking talk to me, that don't want to do the shit they're supposed to do. All this shit. To be able to just, like, free yourself
and
from those obligations.
Do what you want to do.
That is literally everything.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
agree.
get to that?
Everything.
I want to ask you guys that question, though. How do you get to financial freedom? Do you have a plan? Do you
No,
have
I
an
have
idea?
no
That's
idea.
the thing. You have a plan.
That's
I
why-
would love to have a plan.
That's why. That's literally the only reason I'm in real estate. Because you can do it passively through that. I just showed you a bundle of keys earlier.
Yeah.
I don't have another job,
Yeah.
but that's getting me through.
Yeah.
The last 2 or 3 years, like, has it been rocky as shit? Oh, for sure. But I have 17 units right now that pull about 10 grand a month. They pull 10 grand a month in rents.
Yeah.
Like that those go right to my pocket. Like investors, banks, mortgages, this and that. But real estate is the only way you can get to financial freedom unless you're a Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Unless you're a freaking superstar that just has money pouring in for no freaking reason at all. You gotta have some property.
Yeah.
Or something that's making you money passively. So last year, I think we were talking about like the HempWorks thing that I was doing. It was the MLM. It's passive, but it's active. Like you got to get out there and like generate sales.
Right.
Right. It's something similar to what you're. It's not.
Right.
You're not doing MLM right now, but you're generating sales to make an
Correct.
income. Right. And a lot of people's lives are like that. They're generating sales to make an income. But if you take your income and you put it into something passive, you can buy CDs, you can buy stocks, you can buy 401ks or whatever that kick it back to you in 60 years or something like that way down the line. Or you can buy a piece of property, which always rents 90% of the year. So that's my philosophy. That's what I'm doing. My best example is this, where I live. So did you own or do you rent?
Oh, I rent.
You rent.
I tried owning. You want to know what happened with that before I take it off the rails? My student loans. Like, you're not going to be able to get a house.
Because they're too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
too
because I have my debt is like astronomical.
The ratio.
I can't
Income
get
to debt ratio.
Yeah, I cannot get a house, so I have to rent. But anyway, so continue. That was just another drop in the bucket to the conversation we had.
I think I
previously.
can work. I still think I can work around that though.
I like that. I like that you are a real estate guy because I was in real estate. My whole family's real estate, and my dad does that. That's his whole life. Is like he
Yeah.
owns property, and
Because
I
they
remember
always give
growing
back.
up in that, and I remember being like, oh, okay, because
It's always
he
gonna
was a
give back.
commission guy. He's appraiser, commercial appraiser, but he owned commercial property. And I remember when I got out of college and I was helping him manage the properties, and I was getting involved, and I had my insurance agency, and he moved, and I was managing them, and I was looking at the books, and I was like, okay, that one building out of his 15 buildings, because he would buy them, and then he had a formula where he would have the reserves, so if an air conditioner went out,
Have something to put
cash, bam, you're done. He do that, and I'm like thinking, okay, so every month these people in commercial they just pay.
Right.
The residential it's a little different. Commercial they improve your property, they pay on time. They're 5-year leases usually, and he built the ones out at Southridge
You gotta work your-
across from Budweiser.
Of course, you got to work your way.
No,
up
he
to
was
that.
residential forever and ever and ever, and then he finally got enough to start purchasing commercial. But I'm like, He built all those ones out across from Budweiser, the Southridge Center.
Oh, wow.
The ones, if you got, I forget what, a technology center south. He built all that, and then he had like Verizon and, the water company and all that stuff, which they just improve your property and they pay
Over
you
time.
early.
And that's commercial.
And then
That's what I'm phasing into right now. After 3 years, I would say 2022, I'm going to have a commercial property. But like right now, I'll tell you what, one of the coolest things we did was we bought the duplex that we live in.
Yeah, I knew you were going to talk about that. That is the life right there.
That's-
You don't pay shit.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I hope my neighbor's not listening to this shit, but if he is, whatever.
they are.
So we bought
Everybody's
the place. It's a Strickland property. It's built, by Strickland. They're builders here. The wife owned it through divorce. She got gifted it through a divorce and moved to Arizona, so she put it up on the market. We bought it for like 156, I think, and our mortgage was $1140. The next door neighbor, so there was a neighbor already living there when we bought it,
I
and
remember you
then
talking
one
about
side
this
was
when you bought
vacant.
it.
So we were like, all right, so we're going to move into this side, and then we looked and we were like, okay, what does he rent for? Well, he rents for $800 a month. That's what his lease is. So we presented that to the lender, and we said, we want to buy this, but we want to consider his rent part of our income so that we can afford this place. Because at the time, we could only afford like a $90,000 property.
Mm-hmm.
But that was $150. We had to buy it for $150. That's what, what it shook out to be. But because we could take the rent that we would be making if we owned it and apply it towards our income, we could make it happen.
Yeah.
So we found a lender that would consider that rent as part of our income, and we were able to buy it. So now what it shakes out to be is the mortgage, taxes, insurance, everything paid is $1,105, and the neighbor pays $825. So we're like under $300 in our what we're paying for rent each month, and then we pay the utilities. Now we live in a small apartment. It's not like the most comfortable or ideal or whatever. But what I keep thinking of is when we move out, homie's paying $825. This is going to get at least $825. So that's $1,600. Let's just call it $1,600, and the mortgage is $11.
Yeah.
So now we're cash flowing $500 a month. So furnace goes out. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to have to come out of your pocket on it. But if you're clearing $500 a month on it,
You need to set
it's only take
a
a few months
Yeah.
to recover from it.
Yeah.
But if you have that reserve, like you're talking about, well, it's in the reserve, and you
Which
can
is
fix
hard
that,
to
and it's
do,
over.
but if you're really, really
Right.
diligent about saying,
well, when we move out, I know for a fact that we're not going to take that $500 and put it in our pocket.
Right.
We're going to move out when we're ready to go pay another mortgage somewhere else.
right,
When we're able to afford that, and then that money from that building goes into the building's reserve, because when the roof falls in, we're the only ones that are gonna go fix it. Nobody else is gonna care. The tenants aren't gonna care.
yeah,
But I mean, like we were talking about, you're building equity over long term, and then to me, what I keep thinking of too is that South Charleston shopping center, shopping mall, super, or
That's
whatever the hell they're
huge.
doing
Oh my
across
what
the
is
street.
going in there?
It's
Everything.
They're going to
Right.
shut down everything else in the
yeah.
area because it's
You're
so
probably right.
visible to the interstate,
Yeah.
and literally you can jump off right there.
Yeah.
You think?
So
I mean,
me being me, what I look at is, okay, I live here, and this neighborhood kind of sucks right now because all these rain down shithole houses. Guess what I want to do? I want to meet all the neighbors, tell every one of them that I buy property in this neighborhood only, and I want to buy as many of them as I can over there. Not with my own money, because I don't really have my own money. Like I tell you guys all the time, we struggle month to month. But I'll go find the money and fund it. And what do I do with that property? I'm going to do the same thing that what I'm living in. I'm going to knock it over, build something that what I'm living in, like what I'm living in, a 2-unit, 3, 4-unit. Try to refinance it and hold that thing for as long as I can, and just cash flow it, cash flow it, cash flow it.
Yeah.
That's real estate. That's
and you know what?
buying something for dirt cheap, building an asset on it, and cash flowing the hell out of it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that's what I love real estate, and I've been scarred by real estate because I was in real estate, I was in insurance, and then I moved to Atlanta because my dad talked me into selling my insurance agency, coming and going to real estate with him, and I moved to Atlanta, and I moved down there in 2004 to 5, we crushed it. Like, I was making six figures
It's a whole
doing
different
nothing.
game down there.
I was making six figures doing nothing, and then all of a sudden 2008 came on, and then market crashed. And we had built shopping centers that I had equity
Crashed
in.
hard there.
Only Detroit was worse. Only Detroit was worse
Wow.
because there was so much. People were building. Literally, we had builders that we were helping sell houses.
Wait, now.
We were building. We had builders that were building nothing under $1 million homes.
Wow.
We're talking 20, 30 million plus dollar homes. Banks were giving them money to do it because they knew they'd sell them with no buyers.
With no buyers?
No buyers.
That's why it crashed, though.
That's why we got. I mean, you could go down there and get a house for like this for half the price of this. Even now, you can go down there and get more value in the suburbs, not in the city. But
That's why, you know why?
But what happened to me is I went down there and I got in with my dad and I had equity and like we built these really nice shopping malls and I was like, I'm going to be a baller for life, right? And it crashed and it crushed us. It destroyed us. It was like, all right, every man for himself now.
That's why I like this market here.
There's never a bubble.
There's never,
right?
Yeah.
That's what my uncle said.
It
'cause
doesn't
he's
collapse.
running Tim.
Doesn't run crazy, but it never collapses either.
Right. That's
like,
what my uncle said.
Like if the rest of the world goes to shit, I can pretty much guarantee that West Virginia is going to be the same shittiness that it already was.
They don't
Can't
build
like
more
go
than it
too
can
much
hold,
lower,
right?
Yeah,
you know?
not really.
You're not
So my
gonna build
equity
too
never
much.
goes too much lower. Like I see it fluctuate. It goes from like 80, like my house might be, not my house, but some houses that I own might go from 85,000 to 82, and then it might shoot up to 86. It's like stays right there on the same line. It doesn't go like this. It definitely doesn't go like that.
Yeah.
But it's
Just nice middle.
It's like it's normal.
Yeah.
But
Is he a robot?
one thing I have hard time with is getting. So I take private loans. Like if you're rich, I come to you and I say, hey, look, I've got this house over in South Charleston. We're going to buy it for. This is a real life example. Well, I'm going to buy it for $36,000, and I'm going to put 15 into it, and so we're going to be into it for $51,000. And then I'm going to start renting it. And it's going to rent for $800 a month, and then I'm going to take it to the bank, and I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Bank, I owe Angie $51,000 on this house because she gave me $36,000 to buy it and $15,000 to renovate it, and now I'm renting it to Jeff for $800.
We're not
a month.
together anymore?
No, you guys are split up.
Okay, that sucks.
So I owe her $51,000 and he's paying me $800 a month. He's got a 1-year lease here. This house is worth at least $100,000. What will you give me on it? And he'll say, well, I'll give you 75% of whatever it appraises for. So it's worth $100,000. He'll give me 75%. He'll give me $75,000. I'm going to pay you back your $51,000. 75, 51. I'm left with $24,000. I put that in my pocket and I go do my next deal. Mm-hmm. I get $24,000. You get your $51,000 back.
Yeah, but why would they give you 51 just to get 51 back?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give her 55. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll give her I'll give her an interest payment too.
Okay.
Depends on how long it takes me
Gotcha.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She'll give me a 51. I'll give her back. 10% on her money.
I officially feel like the dumbest one at the table right now.
That's just
I'm
what. That's just my
Same.
business. That's what I
That's why we're
but
on
you
this
know
side of the
what?
table.
We talked about this. Like, we are emotional thinkers.
I think
we're
I
not
know.
I'm numbers. I'm all
pragmatic.
numbers.
Yeah,
I'm all numbers.
I cannot think like
I
that.
all
can't
numbers.
think like that. I'm like,
Remember when I said details? I fucking
Yeah.
hate them.
I know. I'm like, what's he talking about?
Yeah, I like
Were you
it,
looking
and
at
I
me
can
like that just now?
comprehend it.
Yeah, I was
but-
like,
I didn't do it good enough.
no, I mean, I got what you were saying,
If you
but
give me 50,000,
no,
I
I
give
mean,
you back 55.
no, I
Is it a good deal
understand
for you?
that. No, I understand
But to
that.
get there, to get
but
the
I would have
logic,
never
yeah.
thought that. I was
Yeah.
She's like,
like,
she's basically saying, just handle it and make money.
Exactly.
I know her. Like, I don't need this. I just need you to just
To
Like,
do
do
I
it.
don't-
it. And I don't want you to explain it. Just do it and
Yeah.
say, yeah, we're in the clear.
Some people
Yeah.
are like that, but
Like-
some people need the numbers. Like I have
I
to do
don't.
like deeds and
I don't.
promissory notes and all this like paperwork. People,
I'm like, Jeff, take care of the bills. I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
I'll clean. You pay.
No, he cleans too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. He still cleans. He can mop the crap out of the floors.
You know what? Back to that conversation you said about like degrees and all that.
That's code anyway, by the way.
My therapist, she was like, "I think you need to get another master's," and she just left me with that.
Tell her to shut the hell up.
No,
Tell her
I
to fork
agree
it
with
up.
her.
What?
I
Masters
agree
are
with her.
worthless.
No, tell me more.
So
Unless you're a
if
psychologist.
I
Tell
could
me
go
more.
Fork
back,
it up, lady.
well, if I could go back and do it all over again, not listen to anyone's bullshit that's like vomited out on top of me, I would go back to be a therapist.
Would you? I think you'd be good.
Because I
You would
love
be.
nothing more than help. You know what? I was like
How old are you,
envisioning
60?
something. Hang on, I want to tell you my vision.
Are you 60?
I'm
Then go
73.
freaking do what you want to do.
73.
No, go do what you want to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
I still have to think because this is my vision. Let me share my vision. I would love. I fear having to go to an office every day. Right?
Yeah.
I fear that.
Yeah.
So if I could have my office at my house, it's not really a big deal.
Right.
So there's that. But also, this is my vision. I would love to be a therapist, but also like mixing that into like a life coach too.
Ooh, I like that.
To where I'm like helping people get, because like I can help people get their shit together because I know what it takes. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Like I 100% know how to tell someone how to fucking succeed. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And I love it. I love talking to people and
Yeah.
getting them on their shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like giving them that like kind of coaching
Yeah.
like message. I don't know. But like my vision, I would love to have some type of business that I own that I'm their therapist and their coach.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but and I would also like to be able to what would the word be? Like to provide therapy, like therapeutize? That's not a word. What's the word?
it.
We need to
What
stop.
would be
I
the
like
word?
that. I like
What would
that.
the word be?
Therapy?
Therapeutize.
Like to provide therapy. Is there a word to like
I think
be the
it's
provide a
called-
verb of therapy?
A verb of therapy.
To therapize.
I like
It's
it.
my word.
I
It's
like
my
it.
word, and I'm using it.
I like
so
it.
I would like to be able to therapize
You should. When you get to do it.
people
Therapize.
telephonically as well, because sometimes like it's just difficult. Like
Yeah.
so, I like to be able to work out a system to where I'm like we can have communications, like to figure out a way to bill and you know to create that infrastructure to be able to like talk via text, via webcam, or over.
They
like,
do that.
Yeah, they
There's-
do.
there's-
I've
there-
researched it. Yeah, they
Well, I
do.
mean,
We
yeah,
use it.
We use that. We use
And it's-
counseling over
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
FaceTime.
So I would love that. I
Like
would love to be
you
able
can
to provide
text. The
that.
thing is like you literally they respond within 24 hours, but you can text the counselor, your counselor, anytime,
He ran out there.
and they text you back within an hour, within
Yeah,
24 hours,
it's
and you
amazing.
schedule throughout the week. It shows their schedule, and you can schedule video chats or individual chats if you're a couple, so that you can have an individual chat with the
Yeah.
counselor.
So sometimes we do it together. Sometimes it's his turn, my turn. You know, so that would be good. Maybe
Yeah.
you could get into that.
I would love to. I
Here's the
just
thing.
would need.
See, we're
Here's
a
the
perfect
thing.
couple. We do
Here's
counseling.
the thing. You just shared that you have $170,000 in school. So
Exactly.
you want to go more?
I know, but like then it's having that conversation about doing what you feel would give you total fulfillment.
Yeah. I mean, if that's it.
Dang,
that's
Fury
it.
is coming
Dude.
at
That-
him.
Wait,
I know.
wait.
We gotta crank this.
We're
up. I
having
gotta
a
watch some
fight.
of this.
We're watching the fight.
Yeah,
We're
It's
watching
fine.
at the same
Fury,
time.
Fury Wilder 2.
Are we
and-
gonna? You want to separate it or no?
Yeah, we can.
I'm asking for you for your podcast.
I mean,
Roll it.
we can roll it. I can put it in the description.
First of all,
This says an hour.
It's just 92 minutes so far.
First of all, those are big guys.
2.5
Yeah,
hours.
6'9" and 6'7".
So we're watching the fight.
What fight are we watching?
Tyson Fury and
Damn,
What's his name?
you got half of it.
Tyson Fury and what's his name?
Big Ben.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. Yes, I knew that. So Michael and I are sitting with our with our backs to the TV, and Jeff and Jordan are watching the fights. And
while attempting to communicate with
yeah,
us.
we're over here.
No, we're done now.
Yeah, my communication is over. It's just
You guys talk all you want. That's why I don't really want to separate
Yeah.
it, because if we're going to count it as a fight companion.
Okay, well, perfect. So now then you can... What were you going to say to me about...
We're gonna
the debt
interrupt
and all
you,
that
though.
and the fulfillment?
No, I think that if it's something that you would want to do, like that's something that you really feel passionate about, that you could do, and I think you go for it. You do it. You have to.
Yeah.
Right? You take the risk. You do it.
I know. It's a
What's
thought.
gonna
I
happen?
don't know
What's
that
gonna
I
happen?
would. I will. I don't know that I will do it.
Your kids aren't going to eat?
I don't have
You're getting thrown out of your house? Your wife's going to leave you?
I'm going to come in
Your
here and live on
husband's
your
gonna leave
couch.
No, but I'm serious. Like
I know.
that's like me wanting to jump.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because Jeff's not doing what he really ultimately wants to do. Newsflash.
I
mean,
like what I do. I'm
and he's
I'm
good
I'm
at
great
what he
it.
does.
I'm really good at it.
I don't really
I'm-
know what he
I'm
does, but I know
best
he's
at
good
it.
at it.
What is your job exactly?
the
I'm in
best
insurance.
at.
Exactly.
I'm in
I don't-
insurance. It's not sexy
When
at all.
people ask me what he does, I'm like, he's in insurance. Well, what does he do? Sell
do-
insurance? I was
I
like,
do-
he doesn't sell. I think it's a I don't know
I've
what he
sold
does.
for 20 years. Now I'm more of a consultant. I work with people. I'm a coach. I help sell. I sales coach. Like I work with people and help them improve their sales skills. And so I do a lot of that now.
Oh, okay. That makes it
And
easier for
agency
me to
development.
describe.
So
Thank you.
agencies that are trying to grow, I go in and help them with processes and help them
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the fight. This is the fight of the year.
to grow their agency and make money. Basically, I help people generate revenue.
Okay. I follow.
But I'd like to go up on stage and make people laugh.
He wants to do stand-up
you
comedy.
want to be a
That's all I want to do.
Isn't
Well,
that
why
awesome?
don't you do it?
Do you know where we
4
live?
kids. I got a kid in college.
I know,
I
but
got
I'm
a wife
saying,
that is,
like-
just spends money like
Yeah,
it's
but I'm not
water.
saying
Oh my gosh!
She's out buying
Hey, I
Prada
know. Hey,
purses,
talk to masculinity.
Prada
Stop
purses, and red bottom shoes, and
I
she's
don't.
she's
Tell
got
her to
6
shut up.
boyfriends
Shut
that
up.
she's got to pay for because they're like Federline. They don't work.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh! Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
She's very.
Well, what
she's
I'm
extremely
saying-
low maintenance.
We all know that. So what I'm saying is I kick you under the table.
That's cool. I thought we were playing footsie for a minute.
But we live
Is
in
that-
West Virginia. There's
Well-
there's
Well,
no.
listen.
I've looked for stand up. I've looked for like open mics because I have a phone full of bits and stuff that I go through with her. There's nowhere.
To
Like,
do
I just-
comedy.
Not
I just
here.
want to go for a night and be like, wait till 12:01, and they say, okay, you got 5 minutes, and I just go up there and nobody laughs, and then I'm like, okay, I got to work through this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm.
That's what I was saying. Why don't you do it? So down there, one of the hotels in South Charleston by the Mound.
They don't do it
They
anymore.
don't do it anymore.
Oh,
And
They don't.
when they did do it, it's usually that it's only when they had somebody that was coming through the area that was kind of
gotcha.
popular or
Yeah.
or on a circuit or something.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because every other city we go to, when we're there, we go see stand up.
We
Well,
would-
then you know what? I don't see why this is still an issue because you can just make a weekend out of
He's a
going
coach.
somewhere.
Yeah.
He's the coach.
I know,
I'm
I
sitting here
love
telling
it.
him to do it, but he's
Yeah.
like,
Well-
like, look, we can figure this out. For
Yeah,
you.
because listen,
we can figure this
there's
out.
I love
definitely
it.
somewhere in Pittsburgh. There's definitely somewhere in Pittsburgh.
But she
So-
won't go there with me.
I'll go with
So
you
what?
there.
Even if she doesn't, go.
Will
This
you
is
guys
your
go with
fulfillment.
me?
I'll do it. If it gets you to do it, I'll do it. Well, we'll do, yeah. Okay, we're trying to figure out how to high five
That was
or either
awkward.
like fist or all that.
No, we're not fisting. We are not fisting.
Gay man, straight man, high five.
Definitely.
I know people do this, and I always will grab their hand, their fist.
The fisting.
So anyway, there is a way for you to do this. It's just not in your back fucking yard. Like
You know what?
have
It's
to seek
better
it.
because if
I
they,
like
Then you
it.
don't
they
know
don't laugh
them.
at me
Yeah.
there,
You don't have to go see
I get to
it.
come
Yeah.
home.
None of them
Never
know
seen
someone
me
that
again.
know you. Yeah. So
Well,
what
that's
your
not true.
job
I have this
needs to be-
podcast and I'm
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
famous. So no matter where I go,
So what your job needs to be this week is to find a place.
I like this.
In
I love
Pittsburgh.
him.
what
Because
about
you
what
know
about
what you
Columbus?
can do too.
'Cause it's closer.
Well, I'm saying if you go to Pittsburgh,
And there's-
you can use my apartment because you and Angie could come up, and I have a room that someone
What?
can use.
What?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to
Then you
Pittsburgh.
can drive
I'll
to
go.
Pittsburgh.
Seriously?
It's like an hour and
I'll
like
go.
10 minutes.
You have an apartment there?
I have an
Pittsburgh.
apartment in
Morgantown.
Morgantown.
Oh,
So,
we
like,
can use the
yeah.
apartment in Morgantown.
Yeah.
And you'll be there?
Yeah.
So we can hang out?
Yeah.
We could podcast?
Let's do it.
Exactly. We could.
I'll go to Schittsburg. Jeez.
Yeah. See,
Gosh.
it's so doable. So why don't you make that a part?
If
of
I wouldn't have
your
just
goals
come
this
out and
week?
said that, even though it was weird, for me to say that I wanted to do that I'd like to do that, you wouldn't have been able to offer that.
I know.
I don't know. See,
It's the universe.
it is.
And
the
I don't
universe.
even believe in the universe.
See, so when you become the next Joe Rogan or Kevin Hart or whatever, I'm going to be like, I'm your hype man. I'm your manager.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not that you're
I'm
not going to
your
be that. I'm just not going to be.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even care to be those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be able to do it. And if I could pay some bills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would give me some kind of fulfillment.
Yeah.
You can. You literally can. It is about what you decide to do.
It makes me excited because there's nothing better than your job being something you're passionate about and something you love, because I get to do that every day.
Yeah.
I mean, does it get
It's a burden,
grueling
I'm sure.
sometimes?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's a burden. But
just
God,
like
it's a
this
burden you
week,
want.
just like this week when I was not feeling
Yeah, you're
myself
done.
and I
Yeah.
still had to like go into the gym and be
And
like,
perform.
hey, what's up? You know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here. You know, but it's a small price to pay.
But you know what I see? I see the parallel between, because I'm with you, and I see the parallel of your passion and your business with marriage. And it's like, sometimes you get to the point where you're about to lose it because you're overwhelmed with it, and you're just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just want to get a regular job, and then you go, what am I talking about? No, I'm not going to do that. I love this.
Yeah.
And I just forgot what it gives me. You know what I mean? I forgot what it gives me.
Yeah.
And then you come back to it, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's the things you love in life. You get
Yeah.
caught up in them, and then
Yeah.
you forget what they really are. in
I
a
just
way.
wish everybody could do for their job, for their career, what they love instead
Yeah.
of being like, because for 14
Could
years,
you imagine the world?
oh no, for 14 years I was a
We
paralegal.
we're humans. We
You
screw
were?
it up.
I was a paralegal for 14-ish years,
Oh my
and I
God.
hated.
I'm sure you did.
She was really good at it, though.
I was good at it,
But you hated
but I
it.
hated it. Like I didn't
You're-
want to do it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I wanted to do for a long
I
time, but
didn't lose our money.
I just
looks
hated
like
it.
right now.
Yeah.
Every second of
and
it.
now you're doing something that
Very
you
Yes.
appreciate.
confident.
Yes, which
Even-
which I didn't have a degree. It's just all weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went to school, got a
And that
degree,
took
didn't do
courage.
that. Did a job for 14 years that I didn't have a degree in, but I was good at.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of crazy, but it all comes full circle.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And you know what? So my thing is like with the goals that I've set out to achieve, and I haven't really worked on them. I've only really worked on one. It's funny because it's like I've wanted to stream. So now we're talking about the video game. 'cause
Oh
you said you wanted to talk about that.
yeah.
so determined.
You stream.
So I wanted to stream.
That means you're playing video games,
And
and
people
you're
are
like,
watching me. There's a camera that's on me so people can see me.
is it live or
Yes.
is it posted later?
It's live.
Okay,
It's 100% live.
and you're playing. Okay,
And I'm playing my video game. So, like, what you're seeing in the screen is you're seeing a visual of me playing the video game and then another box of, like, it showing me.
okay.
And then you're kind of, like, also looking at your comments to kind of, like, interact with them as well. To keep
Okay, so it's kind of
engagement.
going like Facebook Live or Instagram
Yeah,
Live. You're kind of
yeah,
like live.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So now the thing is, I wanted to do that, and because I love video games, and now like I'm like, so it's a no-brainer that I need to do this because I have a personality that I'm not shy. I can kind of communicate with anyone,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm finding difficult is like I'll dread like getting on.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have this persona,
Yeah.
right? So I eventually want to get it to where I'm not really worrying about it and I'm not thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't. So like in my head, how I've rationalized getting there is just go through the motions until it's natural, right? But it's difficult because like it's like you're working. You know, like to maintain the audience, to keep the dialogue, to get people, and it's just harder than what I envisioned it to be.
Yeah.
However, it's like I think I need to make a commitment to myself of just like, all right, do a month of set a small goal of a month of like
the hell
just
is
being serious about like doing it every day, at least 5 days a week, and go from there. And that's one of my goals I'm maintaining. So it's hard, but the point that I'm trying to make is like that we can find fulfillment without our jobs, and like he can't. Just quit and become a comedian full time without,
Well,
what I mean?
sure.
Because he has all these obligations. However, what he can do is when he's not working on the weekend, he can nurture that thing that he wants to do as well. You know what I mean? So there are ways to slowly transition into the things that we think and believe will provide us fulfillment. It's just getting through the hiccup of that transition of like breaking into it. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy. And I mean, I guess you can kind of attest that too. Maybe speak about it, because when you left being a paralegal to like working in the athletic industry. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll never forget the day. I mean, I remember exactly what I was wearing. I remember everything about that day. Like, because he got a promotion. Because, like, I couldn't do it financially, right? Because being a personal trainer in West Virginia is not really, like, some sort of lucrative business. You know what I mean? It's not like you're, like, in this big city of Atlanta or California, whatever. But he had got a promotion, and he called me, and he's like, it's time. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I quit that day.
Yay.
I did not quit my paralegal job the way you're supposed to, like 2-week notice style.
Done.
And that's not like me.
Yeah.
But I was just so ready. I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. And I did it. And I had already had my certification. And I was kind of doing it on the side.
Yeah.
But then I just left that day, and I felt so free. It was like the biggest freedom ever in my entire life.
Yeah.
So you can do it. It's just all timing. You know what I mean? It's just timing in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like with him and his comedy stuff. Like, I mean, like you said, he might not be able to do it right now as a full-time thing.
Right.
Maybe on the
and
maybe
right
on the side.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can like work towards those goals.
Correct.
You can always work towards the goals of doing what you love, even if you can't do it immediately right now, like balls to the wall.
Exactly.
But I was able to do it finally, and it was amazing.
And that was a gift he gave you.
Well, yeah, it was a gift. Yeah, for sure.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's a partnership.
it's a partnership.
I know, but it's still, I mean, like...
But it was still like, it was nice that he called and
yeah,
said,
it's
you
like,
know what I
it's
mean?
time.
Like,
you
it was
can
like,
do it now. Like, let's do this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we're in it together, but she had also worked for a year and a half of, like, working to build up an income on the side. Not just so when I got a raise, but just so that eventually...
Right.
We just didn't know when it would be.
Yeah, I mean, I was training on the side, so I was
But then
working...
I was like, wait a minute, I got this much money I'm making a year now that I wasn't making.
Yeah.
So just let's do it if you want to do it.
Yeah, so I was doing it on the side anyway, like after, like before and after work. So I would do some training before I would go in to do my paralegal job. Then I would work my paralegal job, and then in the night I would do some training just to like get it going. But I don't know. But I feel like too, with just being in this town, in this personal training is not a big money maker here in Charleston, West Virginia. You know what I mean? Like it would be somewhere else, you know? Yeah. And so it's just, it's not easy
We're a
here.
rural
But
community,
yeah, it's not easy
I get it.
here. People aren't into fitness like some other cities, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, there's just not the population.
Well, I mean,
Correct.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got...
That's what I meant. Like, we're just a rural community.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
we're in Atlanta. We live in a county, in Gwinnett County, which there was 1 million people that live in the county. There's 1.7 million
Just
in
in the
the
county.
whole state.
Yeah.
And you're thinking they're charging what people were telling her that are down there that are trainers. We're charging more than double what you charge for a session.
Yeah, they're like, what?
And they have more people walking in every day. They're turning people
But
away.
you have to charge what's relative to your
I
community.
know that, but my
you know
point
what I
is
mean? Like,
that, well, I'm trying to back up what you're saying is that it's like you got to do what you got to do, but it's
it sucks. Yeah, it
you
is.
can't do what they do in other places here
No.
because we're here.
Right.
Yeah. So it's how do you succeed
Yeah.
here? Because it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible. But I feel like there's like personal trainers on every corner,
Yeah.
though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so you got to like figure out what sets you aside and what makes you different than everybody else that's a personal trainer in West Virginia. You know what I mean? So it's not the easiest thing in the world, but
But you're doing it.
There
and
is
you're
no
happier.
Anfitco anywhere.
well, you're supposed to say that. So thank you.
That's what I get all the time. So she looks good.
But I mean, is that not true? Like, is your spouse not supposed to say? I mean,
They don't have to.
They don't
They don't
have
have
to.
to.
But if you don't have to, then you're an asshole.
No, you're not. Nobody said, "Hey, am I good at this?" Nobody asked me a question. I gave you a compliment out of volunteerism. That was
get that,
complete
but
volunteerism. You didn't look at me and give me a look like, are you going to compliment
no,
me?
I know. But I'm just saying, like,
When you
you're
get out of the
supposed to
shower
be my
naked-
biggest fan. You're supposed to be my biggest fan.
Oh shit!
Yeah. These boys and their fights,
I know.
like the testosterone.
I'll be honest
and
with you.
just-
I want to hear. Like this is.
This fight
it's
is
getting
good,
bad.
man.
It's getting really good.
It's
It's
a
really
good fight,
funny.
but it's getting bad
Yes.
for the guy we need to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I'm
And I
talking
want
to
to. I
your
want
audience
to
because-
hear it a little bit
Yeah,
too, right?
they are so into this, and we're just like
I
we
know.
could care less.
I know. Listen,
You
they
gotta,
turned it up.
you gotta watch a little bit of
Okay,
it.
what round are we
We're
on?
in the 5th round.
Is this going to get
and-
pulled
5 of how
for
many?
this audio?
Yeah.
What?
Do you think
It's
that it
not
gets
live.
going
This
to be
isn't live.
pulled? This isn't live.
No, this isn't live.
No,
No,
it's
this
not.
is.
Yeah,
But
but they're fine.
oh, round 5 of 12.
We bought this. We're allowed to do it.
We're allowed to do it.
But,
Yeah,
but you wouldn't be able to like post it on Facebook Live or something. And,
People do it.
Yo,
Not
yeah, they do all the time.
Right now,
They
we
get their
should.
shit yanked though.
yeah, yanked right up out there.
Yeah.
Right up out there.
He got knocked down again
Oh.
by a body shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
round 5 of 12.
Yeah. So apparently this is a big fight.
Wilder is getting his ass kicked tonight.
I don't
Wilder
know
is
anything about
getting beat down.
We're
tonight.
getting
Okay,
beat
wait,
up,
time
dude.
out. Who won last year? I
We
forget. Oh,
already
it was a
told
draw.
It was a
There's
draw.
no ties in boxing.
There's no draw tonight. Not so
Not
far.
tonight. Wilder's
but-
getting lit.
Wilder is getting
Okay,
beat
do you agree
every
with this?
round.
Okay, what?
If you're fighting, can
What
there
are
be a
you
tie?
doing?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that because this is based on rules and
What the fuck is
rounds
happening?
and
He can't even
scoring.
stand up.
That like when you bring scoring into it, it's like
Wilder's done.
I
You know
know,
what
but
I
I
mean?
think that you
There's a
fight till
minute
somebody
left.
wins.
He can't stand
I
up.
feel like you fight till somebody wins.
Till somebody
too.
gets knocked the fuck out.
But if it's like a scoring process and there are judges that score independent of
Fury's
one
about to
another,
piece him
then
up,
it's a
dude.
possibility.
He
I know,
is.
but I
He's
just
about to end him.
He's off the ropes.
He's about to end him. Man, why did I put my money on Wilder?
I know. What are we thinking?
I think that ref looks a little dazed and confused.
He's got him in a headlock though. Come on, that
You can't let him
Jesus
have
Christ.
him. Yeah, look at Wilder.
Look, he's got
Zero
punches.
landed punches. Oh,
So I guess Tyson Fury is going to win.
He's kicking the
dominating.
shit out of him
He
right
is
now.
in last
5 rounds.
time,
He's got 2 knockdowns.
in the
It's
last
ugly.
fight. I would argue that Wilder won the last fight, but they gave it a draw.
He took a point away from him.
I'm sorry. I think a draw is bullshit.
I agree.
He took a point away from Fury just now.
He is so. Look at his.
Gosh, shave!
Look at
The
his
dude's a
He needs
monster.
to shave.
I'm impressed.
Watch him fight.
I'm
Watch him
so
fight.
impressed with Fury right
Watch
now.
him fight. Look how he's moving. Heavyweight,
He's
moving
so
like that.
He's so energetic.
He needs to shave.
He's
I'm
shaking
telling
the
you,
thing.
man.
I know they're
Fury has not got tired at all. Look at him. He's beating the crap out of him.
Nice body shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Almost took the
Lord,
referee's
I
head
don't know
off.
if I can do it.
Woo!
Wilder's fucking
bleeding.
hurt. Look, his mouth is bleeding. His eyes are
ears
bleeding.
Yeah.
Look at his ear. He's got his ears.
His
bleeding.
hair's on point, though.
It's pretty intense.
That's what you call
I feel like our podcast has come to a dramatic conclusion.
Don't get angry.
I'm not angry. No, I'm not angry.
Don't be so angry.
No, I'm not.
It's just
I'm
fight
not angry at
conclusion.
all. Yeah.
We just paid $80 for this. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so it's
kinda-
only fair, right?
It is only fair.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's
And-
a good
and-
point.
And I
We're
feel like
all
we
for
have
chipping in.
conversations that will bring us back to revisit,
For
you know,
sure.
like, and to hash them out again. So it's a
Yeah.
nice way to close.
I think it is too.
We're
Yeah.
not closing. This is just rolling right into
We're just rolling.
Why are we closing? You guys.
I
Can
mean,
still-
you
Oh,
think that
y'all
you
don't
think that
care
people
no
are
more?
what-
Y'all
Huh?
don't care no more? That's what it is?
No, I mean, I do. I do.
Oh, did you see that body shot?
I know,
Watch
he
his
put him
body
down with the body
Yeah, but
shot.
to see the close up is crazy. When you hit somebody with a body shot and they go to the ground,
Oh,
they didn't show it. When you knock somebody to the ground with a body shot, you got some strength, man.
Wilder, you gotta do something, homie.
He's too scared. He's lost it.
Punch was last round 3-18.
He's confused.
Oh, he's been hurt. Look at that.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, he's kind of.
He's like, can somebody please put
This
me to
shit's
bed?
over, dude.
Dude, Wilder has been dominated. Dominated.
He's hugging him. I don't get the hugging in
But
boxing.
you never
No,
know.
it's a rest and it tires him out.
Punch hard. You gotta punch. You can't back up like that.
Why are they not showing the famous people in the audience?
Dipshit headlocking him is ridiculous, though.
I felt like there should be. This is a big fight.
Yeah.
Where's this fight taking place?
This is at the MGM Grand. It's in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Jeff's supposed to take me to Las Vegas.
Not that fun.
He just flipped me off.
Go to Europe instead.
Well,
It's
I
way
mean, I
better.
need to go to Las Vegas
Hey, what
once.
the fuck?
Like,
Sorry.
once. I need to go
Oh! You better bounce! Oh my god.
once. Michael, are you
dude.
disturbed?
No, I'm just like I'm confused. I don't know. And it's wine. Is
The
just
guy
like,
with the guy with his back against the ropes is getting fucked up. Don't be confused by that. He is getting torched. Think about carrying somebody else's body weight,
I don't want to.
especially 260 pounds.
whose blood is that on that guy's head? Is it?
Usually they have each other's blood on each other. Come on, Wilder. Fight out
Did
of
you
that.
bet on this fight?
Yeah, we got the black guy.
You bet on him?
We both got the black guy.
He won the first one. I mean,
Yeah, bad. Like kind of like what
you would've
this looks
thought
like.
he won.
He
They
didn't
gave
win
it
the
a,
first one. It was a draw. Like,
Right.
some
Well,
I've
pansy.
watched his
Fucking
last two
bullshit.
fights, and I thought
Yeah.
he's going to crush him. But
You
still
always
could.
just
It's
get
it's it's literally
There you go.
the opposite.
Fight out of that.
It's literally the opposite of what I
Look who's
expected.
got-
I expected Fury.
I keep watching him. He's like really trying to like
You know
Jeff
it,
and Jordan are watching the fight. We're watching the
the
people
people
in
in
the
the
audience.
audience.
you know it cost $20,000 to sit in that seat.
Are you
That's
serious?
stupid.
Oh, yeah.
That is stupid.
You can sit this close. You can watch it
Look
for
at these
$80.
girls. They're like, look, I'm recording it. I don't care. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it on Snapchat.
Look at this. Look at her.
I'm snapping this.
Oh shit.
Dude, he's not even.
He's out
there.
on his feet.
It is funny watching the people in the audience. Oh, look at that guy.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's getting in his
He's
head.
a dirty fucking.
No, he
What'd he
gets in
do?
your head.
What'd he do?
He's like
he was
licking him.
licking his neck. Like,
To his neck.
like, yeah.
He will get in your head. That's what his thing is. He's the Gypsy King. Look at him. You see his eyes?
God.
Did you see his eyes?
He's
Fuck
insane.
Did you see his
I
eyes?
did
He's like,
see
I'm going
that.
to kill you. Like he is.
I want him to lose now.
No, but I actually
Me too.
like the guy. Watch it. Listen to him when
I don't
when Joe
watch it.
Ew,
Rogan.
he is freaking him.
And they like, ew, look at that! It's so disturbing. That is like seeing the blood and the sweat and these men, and he's licking him like.
That's disgusting.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
He just told him. He said, "Bro, he licked you."
The guy said it just now.
No, I'm playing.
He said, "You better wake the fuck up," is what he should be saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look at him. They lost faith. Hey man, you done lost.
he's like, "We thought you were the man."
Yeah, you done.
I'm gonna put some
Damn.
ice on you because you're gonna be dead in
Yeah,
a
a little
minute.
bit.
This fucker's 42-0 and he's getting
We're
pummeled.
gonna get your bottle in a minute.
42-0.
This guy is Wilder.
42-0.
He's the
the
baddest
other
man
guy?
on earth.
29-0.
Ooh.
The only
but
blemish
he's-
on their record
Somebody's
is
losing tonight.
But Fury's crawled out of the hole that
But
nobody
neither
has.
of them have lost.
No.
So
But
somebody's
Fury
losing for
went.
the
they
first
both had a
time.
tie against
But-
each
I
other.
know, but somebody's losing for the first time tonight, unless there's a stupid
Yeah.
Unless
There's
there's
crazy
no-
tie. I'm done with boxing if there's a tie tonight.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh
I'm done.
shit!
I'm
Unless he knocks Fury out, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, he's
He's
lost.
already won
He's lost
all
the
7
fight.
rounds.
Yeah, he's lost
The
the
fight's
fight.
over unless he knocks.
Wilder has to knock
He's
him out.
knocked him out twice before, right?
Knocked him
Or
down.
once. Knocked him down.
Down. Yeah.
But it's still only tied. It's not like he won
Wilder
the
knocked
fight,
Fury like completely the fuck out in that first fight.
Yeah, he's scared.
which has got to
And
be.
he
in
came
your
back
head.
from the dead.
It's gotta
You
get
know
in
we
your
have
head.
front row seats to something
Yeah.
we don't care
I know,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these like camera people like leaning up.
Get your hands up, son.
Gosh, they're huge. And not very pleasing to the eye.
He's done. Look at him.
Just lay down.
Because he got rocked in the side of the head, man.
Yeah, he's
got his
he's
ear
been
busted
hurt
open.
since the third round, man.
That ref is not.
I know his eyeballs cracks me up.
Does he have Graves' disease? So,
This shit right here too. Fury keeps just bouncing at him off the
Well,
corners.
he figured it out. You just keep going. You keep going at him and don't let him get any space. Don't let the guy get any space. Wilder is...
Tuck down, son.
Body shot.
Oh, she's snapping it too. Now we got eye patch.
What are you
happened?
talking
Eye patch in
about?
the in the
What just
crowd.
happened?
He just
are you
called the
doing?
fight.
Who did?
The ref, he stepped in and took it.
Why?
Yeah, what?
What are you doing? What the fuck are you
I don't know
doing?
why he called that.
What happened?
He stopped the fight.
Why?
Because
Because he's an
didn't want him to get hurt.
No, he's just sleepy.
What are you doing?
It's like, oh, it's time to go to bed now.
I'll tell you this, though.
He needs a freaking shave. It makes him.
Fury dominated the fight.
Oh, yeah, he was winning. for
He
sure.
won every round.
He was going to win. Just he
Dom-
stopped it short.
He's not even tired.
Fucking, what are you doing?
He's ugly as sin.
He is, but he dominated the fight. I mean, even if they kept letting it go, I mean, but
Oh, his corner. They said his corner was throwing the towel in.
oh, they were.
They were getting ready to.
Oh, he's bleeding out the ear.
Unbelievable performance. You know, Deontay's saying to himself, well, to his cornermate, why did they stop it? Why did they stop it? I was all right. In that situation, you feel all right, but you're not doing anything, so nobody thinks you're all right, so that's why they stopped it.
Yeah, he's just hurt right now. That's pride. But once he goes back and watches this, he'll understand why.
He talked all that shit too, Wilder.
He did.
Wilder
Fucking
did?
asshole. Oh my god, he's a shit talking king of the world.
Really? Better than
he's-
Connor?
Usually the people who
The-
talk
bro.
the most shit can't do it, back it up.
He talks all the shit. He's about to get all the shit talked to him too here for this. 'Cause he got starched.
No, he got beat like it wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't. He lost every round.
Taking punishment and still the heart of a champion saying, why did you do that? To Mark Greenland and to Jay.
He asked why he did
the
that.
guys who have been by his side every step of the way in Tuscaloosa. The ride is over for Wilder.
Wow, first fucking loss. Are you serious?
Well, it's okay
Why
to
tonight?
lose.
Huh?
It's okay to lose.
Not when
Not
we
for a
have
guy
money
that's
on it.
42-0.
It's never okay to lose. when
He's
you're
not.
42
Like,
and 0.
no.
It's okay.
Floyd Mayweather.
No, it's not.
It is okay.
No, it's not.
Because he's alive.
And he's a millionaire.
And he'll be all right.
Exactly, so it's okay.
It's okay.
All right, yes.
Well, you gotta understand, they're going for like greatest of all time.
Yeah, now he's out.
Now he's out of the
Now he's out of the running. He
there's
can't
no
have-
greatest of
he-
all time
He will
anymore.
never be the greatest of all time now.
It's between him, right there, Tyson Fury, and Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, now he just eliminated
Will
this
they
guy.
fight each other ever?
No.
No.
Floyd Mayweather's retired.
He's
He's
tired.
And
done.
Floyd
He can
Mayweather.
come back.
Mayweather's about 145
And
pounds,
yeah,
and that
they're
guy's
not
about
in the same weight
265.
class. They're not in
Oh,
the same
that's
weight
probably
class.
not going to happen then.
I tell you what, Tyson Fury though just set himself apart. Like when you come in and you're
He's
the
starting
underdog. He's the underdog.
He was the underdog. Fuck, we lost a fucking bet on him.
We could have
lost
taken the
dog.
underdog and been
What's wrong with
making
y'all?
money.
You should have
Hey,
consulted.
You know what? You do go against the public all
You
the
need
time.
to consult with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, and you'll probably
Look,
do
look
better.
right here. Oh, that's the shot. Oh, that's another one. Defenseless shots, body shot.
He's swinging back though. That's what I get pissed off about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was wobbling around.
No, fuck that.
You don't just go back in the corner and
Bop.
put your hands and
That's a hurt. That hurts pretty bad right there.
Dude,
Boom.
you're not. That's
Whack.
okay.
And then the body shot. Watch.
with his killing
Ooh.
instinct, just with a broad
And then to the
Well, he's
left.
throwing back. That's my problem right now. He's still fucking fighting.
He wasn't looking for a way out.
He looks weird in the eyes.
That's because he's
He's
not
getting his ass
conscious.
kicked.
Well, I know that.
He's walking around with his eyes open, but he's not there. And Tyson Fury was not even.
that was it. Wonderful sign of respect.
Horse shit.
He licked
You
that
did
neck
not
like
call
he was
the
going down,
fucking fight
baby.
when the guy's standing there
No,
swinging
you don't.
back.
I
You
don't
don't
think he
call the
shoulda
fight,
called it. I think-
especially in a fucking championship fight. I can't believe he called that. What a jackass. Get a new referee.
You let him knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him
I
fucking
know
die.
You let him knock him out.
You're there to box.
Unless they're unconscious in the corner.
Well, I missed it.
This
that
guy
guy's
jumped
like-
on and was like doing this, and the guy pushed him out.
He's like,
I'm
get out of
"God."
He's like, get the hell out of here, you stupid ass.
Stops the contest. He is the winner by
Like, why would he do that anyway?
knockout. He is still the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion and the new WBC
Oh, wait. The Gypsy King has a contract with ESPN.
That makes sense.
And the other guy doesn't.
That makes sense.
It could have something to do with it.
Slightly.
Keep him alive, man. You're on their network. Like,
I
make
wonder
sure
how
he
much they
wins.
made on this fight.
Millions each.
I would get beat for $1 million.
Yeah,
You know what?
I would get beat for $1 million.
That would
I
give me
would
that
let you
financial
get
freedom
beat
we
for
were
$1 million.
talking
I would never
me.
hit you.
You could hit me. You could beat me down.
I would
whatever.
never do that.
I'm not saying you.
Well, I know. Well, somebody else could if you got $1 million and you're with me. But
Who keeps tooting?
Not
I gotta
me.
call somebody out.
Not me.
I'm not. I swear to God, I haven't cheated once.
It's
I
not
haven't
me.
cheated once.
I swear
I
it's
had
not
a burp.
me.
I had a burp. It
His
wasn't
burps
cheap.
are stinking
It's
over
not like
there.
a fart. I heard a. I felt.
I have not farted.
I've been like giving like a.
Trust me, I have not farted.
Promise it's not me. You know I've never farted in front of Jeff
Never?
voluntarily. Not voluntarily.
Voluntarily.
Since we were 15.
Maybe in my sleep. Definitely when I'm giving birth. Obviously.
Definitely should give him birth.
Did you
More
boo
than
boo?
that.
Did you boo boo in birth?
I don't want to know. I told Jeff,
I'm not
don't
gonna say.
tell me if I did. I don't want to know. But I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
But I've
Shit.
And I
never
still love
like.
her.
Yeah.
But I've so that's just-
And I
I
have-
can't watch that shit.
so I've never like just
I
been
have
like,
sex with her once a month, whether she wants it or not.
oh my gosh.
I'm
called
kidding.
rape.
It's a joke. I'm just
It's called
kidding.
rape.
It's a
No,
joke.
but you know how like some couples will be like, I don't voluntarily do it. Like in my sleep maybe. Or
But
if
he
it's
does
something-
it.
No.
No, I mean not like obnoxiously. No,
I
you
don't,
will.
I
You
don't,
will.
I don't just rip them.
But you will. You have. I really have never.
I feel like I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me not to. Cause I'm like I'm so used to being alone. Like if I want to fart, I gotta fucking fart.
Just go to the bathroom and do it.
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
Like I go to the bath. If I need to do it, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. I'll just go to the bathroom.
I don't let that shit
I mean,
out.
when I've fallen asleep on the couch or when I'm in bed. I mean, I probably have. I mean, it's the thing everybody does.
Yeah.
But I don't do it on purpose. No.
And a queef's different.
God, I cannot believe he pulled that right there.
I know. He is.
It's nasty to you, but it's not nasty to
You
me.
nasty boy.
Yeah.
You're so nasty.
I don't.
That's a
I don't.
friendly, like,
But you know what? Those don't stink, so I'm okay with that.
They don't,
It's
you're
not the
right.
noise that bothers me; it's the smell that comes after it. So a queef is fine because it's just a noise. It's like air
air,
buildup,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But like a fart is like there's some smell,
Yeah.
you know, with that. And I'm not about
yeah,
that.
a
like-
queef's just a love cloud. It's a noisy love
So
cloud.
nasty.
But that's what it is. It's a noisy love cloud.
Hey, you're getting such a kick out of it. Like I can see all over your face just loving it.
It's good.
God.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, how long have we been going? I'm tired now.
I'm tired too.
I'm beat.
Oh, you can't take this.
Yeah, no, I can. I'm beat.
You can't
We're officially longer than the first time, and that was long.
2 hours.
Yeah,
An hour
we
and
were
25
like
minutes.
an hour and what 40 the last time.
I don't know.
We're at an hour and 25 minutes right now.
You're a
No,
liar.
lying.
You're 100% lying.
2 hours and 5 minutes.
No,
2 hours?
126 or 127.
No.
2 hours.
No, but that's 120 minutes is
At
2 hours.
and 6 minutes.
126 minutes.
No.
126 minutes.
Which is 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You dodo. You dodo head.
Don't be mean. You're in my bedroom.
120 minutes is 2 hours.
This is great. We're going Joe Rogan style.
We are. It even says 2 hours right there, and then you just
Yes.
put 6 to it.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking at that. Dude, look, the fatter guy won.
Tyson Fury is nasty and needs to shave.
Look at that. He landed.
Deontay Wilder is definitely hotter. Gosh, Jordan, bless you.
Jeff just went through there, so.
I know, right? You was trying to keep up.
Why do you?
Oh, so Storm, if you've made it this far, I'm really not like in love with you or anything. I mean, you're just hot. Chaz, same thing.
How do we lose our fucking bet tonight on this?
Seriously, we blew
I
it.
wonder if they listened to the last one. Did they? Did they ever
I
tell
don't
you?
know. I don't know.
I doubt it.
Okay. Cool.
I doubt it. They're not as cool as everybody else in the world that listens to it.
Aww.
They do listen, but I'm not sure they listen. I don't know.
I
if they
think
do
you're
or
in
not.
denial. I don't think they do.
I was actually looking forward to your new one. I was like going to see what your next one's going to be.
We haven't-
Because
we
usually
didn't do
y'all are at
one.
like 30 minutes.
I know. That's
We
what I
try
like
to do
do
that with us so we can crank out 3, 4, 5 a week.
We usually do 3 or 4 a week, but this week was bad.
This week was bad.
We missed our meeting on Sunday. We have a Sunday meeting and we plan out our podcast, but
You do? We talk about that.
yeah, we do
They went down.
on Sundays at
Why not?
Starbucks. We have a little meeting. We're going to talk
He's a
about this.
shot of the
We
wilder
don't like.
from-
Oh no! Party foul. I got it.
The worst party foul.
Jeff spilled his drink.
You deserve a spanking.
I'll take it.
Let me go get the whip or the belt.
I do have a whip in the closet. It's a Halloween costume.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love how you immediately.
I swear it is. It was a Halloween costume when I was Batgirl or whatever I was.
Well,
Catwoman.
through a midlife crisis.
No,
so
yeah. According to my mom, I'm going through a midlife crisis.
So she's.
Mom's
you think
not.
so?
Oh yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because I posted a video on
Listen,
Snapchat.
he's singing.
Did I not show you the video?
He's singing.
I posted this video of like a little booty pop. And she told my daughter
He's
that
singing
your mom must
seriously
be going
after a
through
boxing
midlife
fight?
crisis because of her
crazy,
Snapchat. I'll have to show you. Hold on. Here's what I posted.
Listen to this guy. He's singing after a boxing fight.
What? Yeah.
I love it.
This will be the
He sings that all the time.
Why?
Does he?
Yeah, you watch his social media. He's always singing this thing.
Yeah, find it. I'll put it. He just needs to go to karaoke.
What?
He needs to go to karaoke. Is that his wife?
Yeah, she's so pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she's like kind of pretty.
She's got a lot of highlight on.
Yeah. That hair is like. I don't want to be talking shit on this about anybody, but her hair is very noticeably fake and ugly.
She's very shiny.
Yeah. Oh my god, I watched a video and it was this girl, she called her daddy, and she was like turned around, like she had the video FaceTime, like looking at her, she's on the wall, and she was just booty popping, and her butt was like clapping and everything, and she like heard her real dad's voice,
Turn it down.
and her real dad answered the thing, and it was her real dad watching her, and he was like, "Ah!" and he's like speaking this other language at her, and she looks back, and she's confused, and she realized it was him, and she just panicked, goes on her face, she called her wrong daddy.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That is so
Could you
funny.
imagine?
I could not, and I don't want to imagine. Okay, but here's the video that my mom said that I was going through a midlife crisis. I showed Jordan this earlier. It is hilarious. So she saw this on my Snapchat, and she told my daughter, she was like,
He got beat bad.
"Your mom
But
must
he
be going
got
through a midlife
dominated.
crisis because of the
Like,
videos that she's
he'll
posting on
hop one out of here
Instagram."
like an old
I mean,
He'll
on
never be
Snapchat.
back.
Here's what it was. Hold on, well, I lost it.
When you get beat, remember Tyson? When
It's
you get
so
beat
funny.
like that,
No,
You
it's
just-
gotta be before that.
you realize you can lose.
Hold on.
Why did he get beat so bad, though?
Where is it? I just had it.
You know? Why did
You
he
lost
get
it.
I lost it. I'm gonna find it. It's
I
so
think-
funny
I
though
just think
because she's
Freaking
very
Fury was
judgmental.
smart.
of
He came
me.
at him different this time. He wasn't hesitant.
Smother him? What the
He
fuck?
did. He didn't do that the first
I can't
fight.
find it.
Nah,
This fight,
He got
he came out
backed up.
running at him.
damn his wife.
Oh, here it is. Ready? This is what it was.
Okay.
I'm going through a midlife crisis because of this.
All 4 major organizations belts in his career while retaining the lineal title.
Are you serious?
Muhammad Ali.
I'm a horrible person, aren't I?
She might be pregnant after that.
Yeah, she might be.
I'm not.
I tried. Gave
You
it my best shot.
can't. You can't try. You've been snippety snipped.
I know, man. I can spread my seed all over the place.
Oh my goodness, he is so perverted.
Thank you. This is what I deal with.
Oh.
This is what I deal with. Are we ending this podcast
Yeah, because I'm ready to
officially?
go to sleep.
I can't believe that motherfucker. Don't
Look at the West Virginia boys.
I know. I can't believe they stopped.
Should we say some kind of goodbye?
I know.
Mad.
Bye,
No.
bye, Miss
No.
American
I
Pie.
don't like that.
The Chevy to the levee, but the levee was
You'll
what?
say it.
Isn't that when you
Try.
were singing just now?
Yeah.
How did we end the last time? Didn't we do like
Oh yeah, we did Unity.
Yeah. What else did we do?
That's what
how
we
should
did.
we end it? Yeah, I know, but how
Oh, I don't know.
uniquely?
We just lost a bunch of money. We don't want to fucking
Yeah,
end it
but I
on a
know
good
you-
note.
Well, you want to. You want to. Yeah, you're
I
right.
love Michael.
You want some positivity brought into your life.
Positivity.
Not only do we lose
You
money,
got a few $1,000s. All right.
You did
Lost
not
that
lose
much?
that much.
not only do
I'll
Did you
kill
lose
you,
that much?
Jared.
That's what we
I
won.
won.
lost 1,200.
That's what he.
Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Jeff, are you serious?
He only lost 1,200.
I will
lost
throw
I'm
things.
sorry, 1240 because we're splitting it, right? We're splitting the fight, so it's 80 and 80.
Okay, so do we need to end this
40.
before you lose
Yeah.
it?
I will end Jeff's life if he's serious right now. I will freaking go crazy.
I meant to tell you I have a gambling problem.
Don't tell me just to buy groceries through Wednesday tomorrow.
Me too. And
Well,
he's
you
got
need
a
to
cocaine
because-
problem also, so we'll be back here in a little while. Don't expect us back by the morning, but maybe like Tuesday. Okay?
Oh,
Could you make it Wednesday? Could you make it till Wednesday?
Sure.
Actually,
you.
you know what? I feel. You got any Coke?
I hate y'all.
I hate all of them.
I'm not going to say it here
I
on
hate all
your
of
live
them.
thing, but maybe like if we go outside.
I hate all of you. Are we ending this?
Yes, but how do we end it?
Our marriage?
Like,
If you stay gone till Tuesday and you've in fact lost $1,200, then yes.
What
if I'm broke even and I stay gone till Tuesday?
Deal. Wednesday to make it better. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
See how she
man.
is?
God, I feel so
She
loved.
said, you can go be a crack whore, but just at least break even. At least make what
Okay.
at least
How-
make what you're given.
we need to sing a song.
We'll sing it.
Do we know the words to Closing Time?
Closing time.
Turn
Turn off all the
But
lights.
you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home.
I don't know the rest.
You're not going to find me singing.
Uber.
Oh, you would be a wonderful singer.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes,
No, he
he
wouldn't. He's so hesitant. He definitely can't sing.
Wait,
Thank you,
okay.
Jeff, for bailing me out of that one.
Okay, how about this?
I'm just
Okay,
trying to
How
help
about
you
this?
because you're
Bye,
not.
bye, bye.
No, I don't.
Bye bye.
In sync.
Maybe we should do bye bye bye, and then they go bye bye.
Okay, ready?
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Bye bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh shit.
Bye-bye money, because we just lost it. Motherfucker.
All right, that's it.